Candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
What can give you a competitive edge in today's red-hot housing market? Rocket can. That's because Rocket Mortgage can give you a verified approval. It could help your offer stand out. Rocket Technology provides a rock-solid verification of your income, assets, and credit, giving sellers greater confidence in you. Go to rocketmortgage.com or call us today at 8338-ROCKET.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information, appraisal, and title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
What's in store this week at Staples?
Everything you need for a totally productive workspace.
Staples has the technology, supplies, and furniture you need to upgrade your workspace at amazing prices.
Like right now, select chairs are 40% off.
Plus, when you buy any office chair, get 25% off all desks, file cabinets, chair mats, bookcases, and lighting purchases.
Shop in store or pick up curbside.
Upgrade your workspace and save at Staples. See staplesconnect.com for details.
Ends 2/27/21. In-store only while supplies last. Curbside available at most stores.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
Breathe out and repeat after me. Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Your bird is eating my candles.
Your bird is eating my candles.
No, seriously, he's making a mess.
No, seriously, he's...
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Get a customized quote at libertymutual.com.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Let the party begin.
The show starts now.
And let it be known, Bob Cooney is bouncing at 6 in the morning. Which is usually a good sign. It means it's going to be a fired-up show.
That's what I do.
Bob's bouncing. Jamie's got some intensity to him.
I think it's just T-Dog's coffee cakes are running through Bob's veins already.
Really good. Egan's in the dark. We got Coach in the dark.
Do we need to bump up the...
I can't see a thing in there.
We can't see a thing in there.
Yeah. All right, bump it up.
Looks like Eddie Munster's room. Old reference. Get you $1.
Butch Patrick.
Right. Yeah, very good. How'd you know
Nice.
that?
I'm all over it.
How would you know that one?
I'm a man of many talents.
There you go. That's what I've heard. A judge told me that yesterday. I can't get into the story on the air, but a judge told me that yesterday. Bradford White Water Heaters. Bradford White here for the Pro, our 6 a.m. sponsor on the John Kincade Show. We are going to have a fired up day today. But where we begin, I heard a discussion regarding the Flyers on Cuz's show yesterday. He was talking with Chunas about the tiers of teams in the NHL. And it was Cuz's belief that the Lightning and the Bruins are tier 1 NHL teams. Especially, he was more talking about the East, but he was describing them as tier 1. And that the Flyers, he said, are in that next tier of teams. They need a few things fixed up, but if they make a few acquisitions and massage a few things, they can move up to tier 1. So I'm hearing the conversation. I'm like, you know what? Cuz knows what he's talking about. That sounds pretty good. I tend to agree with him. So then the next thing they're talking about is the Sixers being on the West Coast. So I'm starting the conversation this morning as the Sixers start this West Coast swing tonight. As currently constituted, using the Anthony Gargano tier 1, tier 2 discussion from their show yesterday, are the Sixers tier 1 or tier 2? I want to say tier 1. I'm very cautious about it, though. But I definitely think they are closer to making the jump to tier 1, if they're not already there, than the Flyers. Question is, do you all believe that they're already there? And that's where we begin the 6 o'clock hour of the show with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, and the coach, Eric Camille. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Tier 1, tier 2. And again, elite teams are elite teams, but this is about the teams. I think tier 1, Bob, is the teams you say, hey, I could see that team hoisting a cup. I could see that team winning a Davey O'Brien trophy. And was it the Davey O'Brien trophy?
That sounds good to me.
I think it is.
Yeah.
It might be. Sixers, tier 1 or tier 2? And I'm talking about today. As
Larry
currently
O'Brien.
Larry O'Brien.
Yeah.
As currently constituted. Tier 1, Tier 2.
It's funny because NBA, more than any other sport, and I could be wrong about this, but it's East-West. That's it. Boom. To me, East-West. It's not broken down to divisions. It's East-West. I put the top tier of the West, meaning obviously Lakers, Clippers, maybe Utah. Lakers.
You
I put
maybe Utah, and they're the best team in the NBA.
I know, right? I put Lakers tier 1, Clippers tier 1, East tier 1A. Take your pick.
So you don't believe anybody is, because I do want it as the NBA. I want this conversation to be about the whole league. So you don't have the Sixers. You do not have the Sixers in tier 1. I don't either.
Yeah, I don't. I like a notch below. Milwaukee, probably tier 1. Milwaukee tier 1. And then the rest of the East is like the high market East,
sure.
Sixers, whatever. Just a notch below. So, yeah, I wouldn't have them tier 1 then, I guess.
I think it's a year-to-year thing, obviously, so this isn't
This is today.
Yes, this isn't reflective of years past and shortcomings in the past. I think a true tier 1 team has an MVP candidate. And who's an MVP candidate this year in the league? Joel Embiid. So I think this year, right now, as it's constituted, they're tier 1. Because I would probably have a little more than Bob, 5 or 6 teams that I would consider tier 1, and then you kind of have...
I got to hear them, though. Is Utah tier 1? Because, Bob, it was very interesting to me.
Utah and Denver are interesting.
Because I don't have Utah yet tier 1 either, and they got the best team in the NBA.
Yeah, right.
But when I hear you say it, now I feel validated because I know Bob's forgotten more about basketball than I know.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel validated because Utah can have the best record in the NBA on February 9th. They're not tier 1.
No, I don't consider them tier 1 either.
Because there's no pedigree yet.
I would say Clippers, Lakers for sure.
Yes.
I think Milwaukee because of what Giannis is.
Yes.
And then because I think of the star power, and we're yet to see if they can win, I think you have to have Brooklyn in there.
Pat, did you have... I do not. I do not have them there, but they do have the star quality.
They have the MVP quality, yeah.
Pat, I thought of you when I was hearing the conversation yesterday because to me, for one thing, do you agree with the assessment that Lightning, Bruins are tier 1 teams and the Flyers are tier 2, but have the chance to move to tier 1?
Yeah. I think if they get another defenseman or 2, they will be tier 1. I think they dealt with injuries and that's affected them. I mean, if they could have just beaten Boston twice.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they're snake bitten against that team. I think they move in there. But right now, with the injuries and the fact that they have me and you and Cooney on defense, you have to put them on tier 2.
Second, the Sixers. Are the Sixers tier 1 on February 9th?
No. I don't look...
I feel better about where I'm sitting this morning because I'm getting a lot of validation. Jamie sort of, I think, is looking disapprovingly, but I tell you this, Jamie's argument's sort of winning me over a little bit.
Yeah, well, Jamie's Billy Mumphrey. Look, I look at the Sixers like they're a very good team, and I think they'll have a nice deep run. Are they legitimate contenders? Do I think they're better than Milwaukee or Brooklyn right now? Probably not.
Who's the team... Bob, if I was to say to you right now, let's say the Sixers end up they're in the 1, 2, or 3 spot. Let's say right now in the East. Who's the team that they want to avoid round 2? That you don't want to see the matchup with round 2. I'd rather see the Sixers play Brooklyn than see Milwaukee in round 2. And that may sound stupid because of the star quality of Brooklyn.
No, but defensively, the Sixers match up well with Brooklyn.
And I think that a team that's defensively deficient, like the Nets, playoff basketball, that's exactly what I want to see.
Yeah, it's funny. Milwaukee, yeah, I'd rather play Brooklyn than Milwaukee.
I'd rather play Milwaukee third, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
Have the Patsy series, maybe you play like the Hawks where you play a 5-game series, then play a Brooklyn, then play a Milwaukee.
Yeah, every time I look at Ben Simmons play defense the way he does, and with what Doc Rivers did the other night, like waiting. Okay, now you cover Harden and the game will change. Every time I watch him play defense, Giannis comes into my head.
Pat believed you believe too that there's Brooklyn's maybe a desirable down the line.
Yeah, I look at Brooklyn like they have more firepower right now. They do scare me, but defensively, like they have the better coach. Doc Rivers is better than Steve Nash.
Yes.
They have a deeper bench.
Yes.
If you can get Brooklyn in a foul trouble and stymie their offense a little bit, you won't have a problem. The problem is they're so damn talented they terrify me.
I do not. Jamie, I swear to you, I do not see Brooklyn under any circumstance making the finals. Under any circumstance.
Wow.
Do I see them winning 2 series in a row against a Milwaukee and a Philadelphia? They're not beating in a 7-game series, I believe, Milwaukee and Philadelphia to get to a final.
Yeah, I like the way the Sixers match up with them, as crazy as it sounds with Harden, Kyrie, and Durant. Going against Kevin Durant's always terrifying.
Sure.
But you have Ben Simmons, perhaps the best defender in the league. And with their defensive inefficiencies, they're signing... they were signing a center yesterday because basically they have nobody to guard against Joel Embiid.
Right.
With Jared Allen gone, DeAndre Jordan's not DeAndre Jordan of old, and they need help against a potential Milwaukee or Philly.
Were they just shopping for 6 fouls for Embiid and Giannis? Embiid and Giannis?
Yeah, I mean you're gonna see teams jockeying for playoff things. And then, that's a great point that you make, John.
Noah Vonleh was the guy they signed yesterday. Just because they need help against an Embiid type.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, 6 fouls is a great way to put it.
And if he affects shots, he definitely affects shots.
Sure.
So there's another way that but it's just a guy, what are you looking at, 7 minutes? 8 minutes?
Probably. Yeah.
8 minutes.
And that's okay.
But they're fine-tuning a roster, as the Sixers will try to do also.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
no question.
They're going to be aggressive in the veteran buyout period.
Yes.
And they're going to be a very desirable place to play during the veteran buyout period. Like the roster.
And why is that? Because people are ring chasing and they're tier 1.
I'm telling you,
boom, roasted.
He's maybe winning.
I said Brooklyn was tier 1.
He said Brooklyn's tier 1.
Oh, I thought you meant Philadelphia was desirable.
Stop yelling at me.
He's leaning towards you. Hey, it's you can get in with us at 610-632-0975. It's the coffee cake.
Yeah.
It's T-Dog's coffee cake.
It's
got everybody fired up this morning. We got some sugar in us. Tasty Cake Dom's in the house. Good morning, Dom.
Hi, John. How are you?
I'm doing well, brother. What's going on?
I was really surprised at you and Bob because when this starting 5 plays together, nobody's beat them yet.
I don't remember them. I don't remember them. I don't remember the legit. I mean, honestly, I haven't seen enough legit tests yet. Beating the Nets doesn't mean anything to me when you're talking about the
Celtics twice and beating the Lakers.
Celtics didn't have Tatum.
Celtics didn't have Tatum again.
Like Dom, I'm not saying they're far off.
No,
but I don't have them. I don't have them like tier 1. Yeah, right now, if you said to me they're in the championship, it wouldn't surprise me.
How many Dom? How many teams do you have more likely to win a championship this year than the Sixers right now?
The Lakers.
Okay.
I haven't seen Utah play, but what they did was phenomenal. The Lakers and Milwaukee, I got to see them play the Sixers. That's it.
Wow.
Okay. That's it.
See, now that might be the butterscotch crimpets talking. See, we've got T-Dog's coffee cake.
Yeah.
But that may be the crimpets talking. That's overly optimistic to me, what Dom's saying. I'm not disagreeing with the 2 that he gave us, but right now I'm not putting Utah ahead of the Sixers in a 7-game series.
Well, it's funny. We talk tier 1 and we're only saying 2 or 3 teams. Not you, Jane, but we're only saying 2 or 3 teams. Like Dom just said 2 teams. I mean, is that what constitutes tier 1? I guess.
And that's what the important thing about this conversation is that what constitutes tier 1 to you is different than me. And Jamie bringing up the star quality,
the MVP,
T1, that a tier 1 team has to have that MVP. Candidate.
Yeah, I don't know many teams in the NBA that have ever won without that guy. You need that guy. That's what makes you tier 1. And Joel Embiid has ascended to a level that he's that.
I like the idea. Was it Bob who said it last week about the must-see TV?
I'm sure it was.
If it was a good point, it was mine.
Yeah.
It was definitely mine.
It was the idea of that Joel Embiid is must-see TV.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I said that.
And it is. It's every night.
Yeah, he's Ryan Howard in his prime. You don't want to see it back.
The other night we were at a watering hole in Havertown with 2 of my cousins. And Embiid has people crowding around televisions, watching segments. How many's he got? Guys walk up to the bar. How many's he got?
Yeah.
He's become must-see TV.
He had 31 in the first half the other night.
He's unbelievable. Hey, Universal Technical Institute, UTI. They got thousands of technician job openings nationwide. You can train to pursue an automotive career. Let UTI show you jobs in demand and how you can get trained in less than a year. That's uti.edu. As we wander over to Cooney's Corner, there is a reason why Bob says that grown man don't wear jerseys.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
So one of the most popular things Philadelphia fans are going to be doing over the next few weeks is figuring out what to do, and we're going to get into this later.
Yes.
With that number 11 jersey.
Had a discussion with my 17-year-old yesterday about it. Yes.
Yeah.
Does she have one as well?
Yes.
Or you both have them?
Yes,
Right.
we both have them.
Now, I have kids, and they, always wanted jerseys. Who should I get? What should I do? This year, my son Kyle, who's a senior at South Carolina, asked for a Ben Simmons jersey for Christmas.
Let's just show he can show off his guns down on campus. And
He's got some of them. But, at the time, I was saying...
not like his father.
Yeah, no, the opposite.
So at the time, I'm saying, okay, yeah, they might trade him for James Harden. Is that what you really want?
Exactly.
He's like, oh, wow. Well, who should I get? Should I get like a Matisse Thybulle? Nah, he was included in that trade. Oh, what about the rookie, Maxey? Nah, he might be a throw-in also somewhere. Okay, well, what about Embiid? Yeah, well, he's injury prone. He might be retired in a year or two. And then back in the day,
so you did not want to buy the jersey.
No. It was a Santa Claus thing. I didn't have to buy it. Yeah,
you can never go wrong with a Rodney Carney throwback.
But it's funny. So back in the day, it was who should I get? This was before Carson Wentz came on, and I think we got him a wide receiver. It might have been a Jeremy Maclin jersey, and then boom, he was gone.
Its time.
Yeah. But I always laugh whenever we went to get the kids' jerseys, I would be asked, okay, what's the longevity of this player? And I always thought in my head, see, this is why I never get a jersey with someone else's name on it.
I had this discussion with Olivia this year. She loves Zach Ertz. And we were down on the field pregame on one of our dad-daughter Eagles weekends. We're down there in the field pregame.
They're on the field. They're on the field.
So we got a guest passes.
So good you had to say it twice.
We had guest passes.
Yeah, I didn't pay for it.
And here is Zach Ertz training in front of us. And I think that my teenage daughter at that point said, yeah, Zach Ertz, he's now my favorite Eagle.
Oh, yeah.
And so she was like, I think I want an Ertz jersey, Dad, because I'm tired of Carson. And I said, you can't get the Ertz jersey because he's going to be gone after this year.
But you can if you file it away because that becomes a throwback. Zach Ertz is the all-time greatest tight end in Eagles history.
Bingo.
So you can hold on to it it's like a stock. You buy it low on his way out.
And he'll always...
And then it becomes a throwback.
So 86.
You hit up the clearance section.
Yeah.
So you're hitting up the clearance section when Zach gets...
Yeah, when he's out. And
Zach leaves.
Yes, they'll sell the jerseys. You grab it, file it away.
So I grab it so Olivia has an Ertz jersey.
Mm-hmm. As soon as he retires.
And then get her a new one.
See, this is confusion, though? No, I'm just sitting back because you guys are totally proving my point.
But
all this discussion you're having about when I can get a jersey, when I can wear it. It becomes a throwback.
Yeah, but it's
just don't get the jersey.
Yeah, but it's different, though. It's Bob's theory is different on the numbers. Mine is being a tight ass as far as the dollars.
Yeah.
Going, what am I buying you? And is this a worthy buy?
Well, I faced this I remember exactly when it was. I bought a T.O. jersey the year after the Super Bowl because I went, this guy's going to be here for like 8 more years. He's going to be the greatest wide receiver ever. And then we all know how that ended. And I went, I'm done buying players' jerseys. So I asked my wife for a Kelly Green Randall throwback.
Okay.
And I never have to do it again.
When we go to Vegas, are we going to Randall's church?
Sure.
We go to Randall's church for service on Sunday morning?
I don't go to church.
We can go see Randall preach.
That's okay.
You wouldn't want to go to see Randall preach?
I would love to see that.
Okay, we're getting in a cab.
Right.
We're going to see Randall.
I went to a sporting goods store that's no longer in business.
Okay.
And this was a couple years ago.
It's not got to go to Moe's, is it?
I can't neither confirm nor deny. And Andre Miller was still in the Sixers, and this poor mom, this soccer mom, was getting her kid a jersey, and she was asking the guy at the place, who should I get? And he's explaining, you get the, and he went over to the Andre Miller jersey. Well, this guy's the veteran, and I just said out loud, he's not going to be here in a year. Do not buy that jersey.
Good.
That's good work by you.
The mother.
Yeah, I don't want her wasted. Because my first Eagles jersey was, I saved up James Thrash.
Okay.
It was good for a year.
Because James Thrash was good for around 9 games of his career.
Well, yeah, and I wanted the jersey, though, that screamed like he's a real fan if I was out and about. So I want to get the big guy, right? Next, I got T.O., just like Jamie, because it's T.O. That was good for a year. Next, I got Lito Shepherd. That was good for a year. I had Trent Cole after that. That was good for a stretch, but it's been a rough go of it.
Proving my point.
Lito, though, you could have had Lito for a good, 6 years?
I could have. I got it late.
But
I got it the year.
late.
I got it the year before he got traded.
I was given a T.O. jersey by a listener.
By T.O.
By a listener, no. By a listener. T.O. wasn't giving me any jerseys. But my Donovan, I wore my Donovan his entire career.
I just found my old Donovan.
I wore my Donovan his entire career.
And I'm saving it for my daughter.
But then I gave my Donovan away.
Because a McNabb can be saved.
So McNabb can be saved.
If you're an all-time great, you can repurpose the jersey down the line, yes.
Number 5 will always love you.
That's what
Carson Wentz, though, you're screwed.
Remember to use Uber.
Yes.
I don't like myself for not liking jerseys. It bothers me, but I feel really weird wearing somebody else's name.
The only one I wear is Eagles.
See, I have no problem with that when the person is incredibly famous for being an athlete and is a star. I have the violation on, to use a Mike Miscellaneous show term, I use the violation of Bob walking around with Cooney on his back.
Yeah.
Or something, which you would never. We could pay Bob, we could offer Bob $1,000 to go to a game wearing Cooney on his back and you wouldn't do it. I don't think you'd do it.
No.
Bob would not walk around. I do not want to have my name on anything. I don't want to have my
$1,000. Sign me up. I would
really
hate it, but for $1,000, yeah.
Oh no! I'm not taking it seriously. Believe me. I think you've.
My Venmo is
exactly.
Egan, you've never done that.
When I was a kid?
No. I'm talking about you don't want.
The only one that I'll wear is the Union ones that we got because they're amazing looking.
Yes,
but like me going out purchasing one, no, I'd never do that.
By the way, I hope By the way, what's that crew? The wild crew that looks like they're very overserved at the Union games.
Oh, Sons of Ben.
Sons of Ben. We've been invited, yes.
So I'm invited to sit with them.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in.
I've done it.
Yeah, I don't know if you're ready for that lifestyle.
No, I'm in. I'm telling you this. I saw it with Atlanta United.
Mm-hmm.
Party.
It's awesome.
And I love the fact that you walk in and 2 hours later you're walking out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hopefully you've tailgated a little beforehand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
I saw...
Gorgeous stadium, by the way.
What do you mean, hopefully? There's no hope.
Bob, we're in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
We're in
sorry.
Pennsylvania.
I wasn't thinking COVID. I was thinking more of.
I've been living
like
down in Caligula, where we're open since May 1st, and then I come up here and I feel like I'm 8 months back in the pandemic. So I'm saying hopefully because I don't know what rule they're going to throw on our way to say you can't do it. So Mike and Delran joins us. Mike, you're on the John Kincade Show. Good morning, Mike.
How you guys doing?
What's up, buddy?
I have an Eagles and a Phillies jersey with my last name on it, but it was gifted to me, and I don't wear it. I agree it's a violation. The only acceptable Eagles jerseys that you can buy are Dawkins, Trotter, Reggie White, and Jerome Brown.
Wait. Did you just... I love Jeremiah Trotter.
Yeah.
Mike, I got to tell you, I love Jeremiah Trotter when he's... Did you mention Reggie White like in the same as Jeremiah Trotter?
No, not as a caliber player.
No, but I'm saying is if you're talking jersey that's acceptable, there's a lot of names I would get to before Jeremiah Trotter.
Nah, fan favorite.
He was. He is a fan. He is a fan favorite. I'll give you that.
Sorry, I know I got a little bit tired.
It's all right.
So I got one more thing. Sixers, I'm sorry, the last team to win an NBA championship without that alpha MVP guy, the Pistons. And the Sixers is definitely a one tier. They will stay a one tier as long as they're first place in the East. Go Birds!
There you go, brother.
Thanks, Mike.
Mike.
That's a good one, the Pistons. But
the Larry Brown coached Pistons.
Chauncey Billups was a man in that run. Like, he wasn't that MVP caliber player, but he took over.
I can't get by that. And believe me, Jeremiah Trotter, fan favorite. Love him. But I can't believe he mentioned Jeremiah Trotter with Reggie White
and
Brian Dawkins. That's a violation in my mind.
He went all defense, too.
Jeremiah Trotter's beloved.
Yeah.
He's a beloved figure.
Yeah.
Loved watching him play.
Yeah.
And guess what? His absence was missed.
I'm looking forward to watching his son play at Clemson next year.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll play year one, but he'll be there.
That's a stacked roster.
Yeah.
Dabo's got. We got a lot coming up for you. Hope you'll stick around all day long with the John Kincade Show. Are you streaming on the 97.5 The Fanatic app? Are you watching on Twitch.tv and YouTube? We love it when you do. Keep streaming the station all day long on that app, by the way. All right, coming up, 2 former quarterbacks embarrassed themselves this week Plus, if we got a special announcement coming up for you at 8 o'clock and we want you involved, it's the JK Show. This is 97.5 The Fanatic. Now, home show season has been canceled. Homeowners love home show season because they get to see about all the things they can do to improve their home. So Window Nation announces their first ever virtual home show, which is going to give you some big savings on your home. Do you realize you need new windows? And you also realize that right now money may be a little tight during COVID times. So for a limited time during this home show savings, virtually, you get 2 free windows with every 2 you buy, and there's no limit. You got 20 windows, you're paying for 10. You need 40 windows, you're paying for 20. There is no limit, no down payment, no payments, no interest, 24 months. I said no, no, no. And Window Nation is going to take great care of you. With this special home show bonus, if you get a house full of windows, you get a Nest thermostat. It is absolutely awesome. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, pay nothing for 2 full years. 2 full years. Got to get on it. 866-90-NATION. 866-90-NATION or online. Do a little window shopping at windownation.com. Tell them John Kincade sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
This is not radio fantasy camp. We're on the air here.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Simmons with a steal. Simmons down the lane. Oh, yeah. Right down Broad Street with a 2-hand jam.
Sixers Kings tonight at 10 on your home for 76ers basketball. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Sixers basketball is brought to you by Corona, official partner of the 76ers.
I hate Steven Singer. I get that a lot. You know why? Why? Because unless I buy my gifts from Steven Singer Jewelers, my wife isn't satisfied. So, how can I help you? Well, how do you get away with advertising real roses you don't throw in the trash in a week?
They're my famous roses, dipped in pure 24-karat gold. They last forever.
Sounds expensive.
They start at just $59. Each one comes in a premium color and is shipped in our signature gift box with a love message from you.
Do I have to water it?
Nope, it's a real rose, and it's preserved in pure gold.
All right. How do I get one?
Easy. Just go to IHateStevenSinger.com.
Shipping.
It's free, and your rose is guaranteed for life.
What if she hates my personal love message?
Just pick one from our online list.
Just click on IHateStevenSinger.com to see the entire collection of real roses dipped in 24-karat gold. No matter how you feel about Steven Singer, she'll love it.
Do you still hate me?
Absolutely.
When you're in the mood for comfort food, Wawa has you covered. Try our savory brisket, made from the finest cuts of beef, hand-trimmed and slowly braised to perfection. Savor the richness of the tangy barbecue and layers of tender beef. Enjoy your brisket on a brioche bun or in a hearty bowl. Wintertime is the right time for barbecue brisket from Wawa. Order yours today, in-store or on the Wawa app. Gotta have a Wawa. Wawa has such a wide variety of roasts and blends of your favorite flavors of coffee. For the late nighter at work that just became an all-nighter. For when you have a full day of video conference calls, you need full-bodied roasts and blends. Now, for a limited time, try our Winter Reserve Blend, a specialty-grade blend sourced from the world's finest coffee regions. Wawa coffee is 100% sustainable and 100% there for you. Thinking coffee? Think Wawa.
These days, it's okay to do some things halfway, like wearing your pajama bottoms on a work call. But managing your prescriptions shouldn't be one of them. That's why CVS has a proprietary search tool to find ways that may help lower your prescription costs, and will deliver them for free. No wonder CVS customers are better than most at staying on prescriptions, which tends to make you healthier. Come in or call today and get a free prescription savings review at CVS. Savings vary. Not all patients eligible for savings. Delivery restrictions apply. Visit cvs.com for details.
Progressive Motorcycle presents Road Wisdom from the Motor.
You never really stop riding in your mind. Unless you're thinking of something else.
Like other thoughts. Progressive Motorcycle also presents Roadside Assistance. Progressive Motorcycle for those who were born to ride.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
O'Reilly. Count on the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts to recommend the best products for your car. Get maximum cooling system performance for 10 years or 300,000 miles with Peak Long Life Universal Pre-Mixed Antifreeze and Coolant. On sale now for just $5.99 after mail-in rebate. Plus, earn double O Rewards points. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Why would I sell the car of my dreams for a food truck that wasn't? Or rattle off condiment combinations in my sleep? Extra mayo, all the mustard, ketchup on the side. I mean, when did an app become my favorite tool? Nothing personal, Spatula. It's because I wanted to make the best burger ever. And QuickBooks suite of tools helped me get there.
Intuit QuickBooks helps small businesses be more successful. Learn more at QuickBooks.com.
In every relationship, there's a short list of forgivable offenses. But missing the most romantic day of the year isn't one of them. Valentine's is here. So head to 1-800-Flowers. Right now, 1-800-Flowers has amazing last-minute offers, like 24 multicolored roses for $34.99. Or upgrade to 24 red roses for $10 more. To order, go to 1-800-Flowers.com. Click the radio icon and enter code KJZ. Again, go to 1-800-Flowers.com and enter the code KJZ. That's 1-800-Flowers.com, code KJZ.
Okay, we've got Rick here, a veteran in the league who's gone 0-2 the past Valentine's Days. Do you think he can pull off a win this year?
I always like an underdog, Bob, but I'm not sure about this guy.
He's passing aisle 3, picks up a bag of wings, he dodges the produce section.
But will he pick up the heart-shaped box?
Heading toward the candy aisle, he's picking up speed. Oh no, he chokes and heads straight to the checkout.
Unbelievable. This close to Valentine's Day.
Don't be a Rick. Make happy this Valentine's Day with a heart-shaped box of Russell Stover chocolates.
Hey, it's called spring training's around the corner. Get yourself back into game shape by contacting NJ Diet and lose 20 to 40-plus pounds in only 40 days. Contractually guaranteed. NJ Diet uses your hair and saliva samples along with their bioenergetic scans to personalize natural solutions and supplements that will get your body to shed that COVID fat. Then they use your DNA info to put you on your ideal diet and workout plan so you can keep it off. Call 855-5NJ-DIET, 855-5NJ-DIET, or go to njdiet.com.
Wendy's new classic chicken sandwich is now in the 2 for $5, and that's reason to celebrate. Try the new classic and then take your mouth on a victory lap with the iconic Dave's Single, the delicious spicy chicken sandwich, spicy or crispy 10-piece nuggets, or just get another classic chicken sandwich. Taste greatness today with Wendy's 2 for $5. We got you.
For a limited time, a la carte only. Price and participation may vary. U.S. Wendy's.
Okay, set it down over there and then go to Bay 5.
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
We need to keep going to finish.
Like Amir's warehouse. To expand capacity, he needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
This is the radio show I always wanted to host here in Philly. Question is whether it's the one you've always wanted to listen to.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I haven't heard this in forever. Oh, my. That's a smile on my face. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. We're all hopped up on coffee, cake, and chocolate chip cookies.
Thanks, T-Dog.
By the way, I've defeated the purpose of, like, last night. I had a legal thing we had to work on yesterday with my mom's estate, and then we had the show, and I'm running around, I'm doing errands. Then I had to go to the bank. Shout out to TD Bank in Broomall. Did a great job with me yesterday. And so then I get home, and I didn't want to go down to the gym in the building, but I did. And then this morning, what do? I come in here, and I have cookies and coffee cake for breakfast.
That's okay.
I completely defeated the purpose of
nothing wrong with that.
Being dedicated and working out last night.
But if you didn't work out and then you had the cookies, that would be
worse.
So it's okay.
Because I did the opposite.
Yeah, that's how I struggle with myself.
Well, you set yourself up for success.
Yeah.
But no, I'm treading water is what that is.
That's all I try to do is tread water. We talked yesterday about how I'm anally neat at home.
Yes.
Instead of working out yesterday, I went grocery shopping, and before I put the groceries away, I noticed the fridge needed a cleaning. So I did a...
Is that because of our discussion yesterday?
No, but I thought of you as soon as I started cleaning the fridge out. I literally took everything out, cleaned it down, reorganized, and I'm anal about the way the fridge is. So I told her, I said, everything is where it should be. Please put it back where it's supposed to be. Because she
you
treats...
do not speak to your wife that way.
Yeah. No, she's a disaster in the fridge.
No, but you do not speak to her that way.
And then he said, make me a sandwich.
No. I said, please try to keep everything back where it belongs.
That's a different way that you just phrased it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't like, hey, woman, keep everything in the fridge where it belongs.
Iron my lacrosse paint.
What are you, Mr. T?
Exactly.
Mr. T now?
No, I wasn't that. I was like, please try, because she sucks at putting things back. There's no organization.
She sucks at putting things back in the refrigerator.
She'll take something from the top shelf and then put it on the bottom drawer.
Oh, my God, you're kidding me.
It's not right,
top
Bob.
shelf to the bottom drawer?
I got to tell you this morning, so I have Alexa.
Sanity.
Olivia has the lights set up in my apartment. So I can say, Alexa, turn off the light. So I had the light turned off, and then I realized I hadn't grabbed the protein shake in the fridge. So the apartment's totally dark. And I open up my fridge, and the blinding light lights up the entire room. Like, if I kept the refrigerator door open, it lights up the entire apartment living space. It's beautiful.
I like things where they belong.
Mark in Mayfair joins us here on the John Kincade Show. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Mark, what's going on, brother?
What's up, guys? Love your show. You guys compliment each other also. You got something really special going.
Funny thing is we never compliment each other on anything. But we do compliment each other working together.
Well, what I wanted to point out is that for the first time, I'm diehard Sixers. I'm almost 40. I've been watching them since I can remember. And, they have something special going on this year. It's like the intangibles that they never seem to have. Like, sometimes they'll have the talent, but bad coaching. Like, they got the coach this year, and I really feel like the way they play defense, especially come playoff time, when they have everybody playing, barring injuries, like, we have the ability to control the tempo of the game, and we have stuff. Like, if you watched, I'm a huge Ben Simmons guy. I know a lot of people don't like Ben Simmons, but if you watched that Portland Trailblazers game, you saw how important Ben Simmons is. He does so many things that don't show up on the stat sheet. Them little tip ball, he's so tall, he can guard all 5 positions, and he can literally shut anybody on the court down at all times. And then now Embiid's always been Embiid. It's like more magnified this year. I don't know. I feel like Doc Rivers is running more plays. I don't know. I just feel like I'm watching a different team than I've ever watched.
Well, you are, because I think Joel Embiid has taken his game to another level.
And
it's another offensively. He doesn't throw up a 14-point game ever.
No,
he doesn't throw up a 16-point game ever.
No,
that's a half. That's deficient for him now.
And I love what Doc Rivers said yesterday. He said, "Look, if I can get Joel Embiid in space, nobody can cover him."
No.
And that's exactly what they're doing. And, we alluded to it earlier since the beginning of the season, having shooters creates that space. But I honestly think the way they've taught him to catch the ball and face the defense and see what's coming at him, so when a double comes at him, he gets rid of the ball and then gets it back right away when the double leaves him, they've just made him a smarter player. That was the, key one. Make him a smarter player. And then the key, too, obviously, was surround him with shooters. But the difference in him is amazing.
Hey, the Parks Casino Sportsbook app is absolutely awesome. Can't wait to use it tonight twice with a Sixers game and a Flyers game tonight. And you can download it right now, or you can check out parkscasino.com/PA. Use promo code FANATIC, and you will find yourself with a $500 risk-free bet. So be sure to check that out. In the linchpin, Jamie Lynch says there's some grown men who are embarrassing themselves.
This is the linchpin.
Why do former players that enter the media become absolute pea-brains?
Maybe they were pea-brains to begin with.
That's a fair point, John. It's a fair point.
And you just didn't know it because they were talking about game stuff.
Yes. Brett Favre and Carson Palmer are our latest examples. And Brett Favre, you might be absolutely right about the pea brain.
Jeez.
Carson Palmer, maybe I Didn't see that one coming.
He tends to be a bright guy.
Yeah, I thought he was kind of a cerebral type, but I could be wrong because both made headlines in the past week talking as though they weren't former players in these exact situations themselves.
Okay.
Brett Favre said that, basically Deshaun Watson, you make too much money to have an opinion. Okay, we'll revisit that one.
Yes.
Carson Palmer, who made $176 million in his career.
Which doesn't seem real.
It doesn't. Said that Dak Prescott should take less money to stay in Dallas.
That makes sense. That makes good sense.
Brett Favre at one point in his career went to Ted Thompson and said, this isn't good enough. Get me out of here. So he did exactly what Deshaun Watson is attempting to do.
Yes,
right.
And Carson Palmer made more money than most people's families see in generations. And
Especially in Cincinnati.
And is telling a guy coming off a career-threatening injury to take less money? What the heck? Do they need attention? Like, what is this?
I always find it amazing that former players have to comment on the current. And
Don't
someone
talk
like
about
Carson
money,
Palmer,
right?
Exactly.
Stay out of their wallets.
Yeah, that's the unity that you have with other players. That we are here to get ours, right? I mean, if there's a unity, I don't care if you could be division opponents, but you got to root for a guy to get his.
Sure.
I don't understand why former players don't do the same.
It breaks my brain.
I love when I see radio people get paid. I love when I see people get a great contract or get a great new gig. Get that because I always think that means the industry where the tree you're trying to pick money off of, that you're trying to prune, is healthy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, those guys make money still today being who they are. Even Carson Palmer makes money on being thing, but Brett Favre, he needs that copper bracelet, I guess.
Yeah,
Tommy
copper fit. Yeah, Brett Favre literally held an organization hostage for not one but multiple years,
off seasons, right?
Just deciding whether he was going to come back or not. Then he finally retired. He came back. I mean, he doesn't have a leg to stand on. I guess he does with the copper fit bracelet, but he shouldn't have a leg to stand on.
In his real comfortable jeans.
Yeah, with this argument, he's a meathead. Carson Palmer, like. Really?
How do you make $175 million? Just shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
And by the way, he was getting paid when he was asked that question. You know, it's a situation of know your place.
And if anybody, like Dak should be a rallying point. He's the exact reason why these guys should be getting paid.
Right.
Because he goes out on a franchise tag and potentially, we don't know, like that's an Achilles, right?
Yeah.
Like that can change
well,
you.
I honestly want to see the Cowboys pay Dak top dollar.
Yeah.
Too. So I want Carson
too.
Palmer to shut up. I want top dollar for that.
I don't know why they become worm brains. It's so weird.
Could you imagine if
you here? Just one thing. You believe they become
well? Brett Favre was probably always. Carson Palmer. I didn't think.
I'm going to tell you a story here in a second, but it's unbelievable. Pat, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was going to say, could you imagine if the Bengals came to Carson Palmer and said, hey, can you take less because we're the Bengals?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this guy forced his way out of Cincinnati to a horrible trade to Oakland.
Hey, make your Valentine's Day extra special with help from the Gifting Dudes. Go to thegiftingdudes.com and enter promo code FANATIC for 15% off your order. It's awkward because our producer for the Shaq podcast is now producing Brett Favre's podcast. So Brett Favre has launched a podcast.
Yes.
So I'm going to just tell you my belief system is that Brett Favre is trying to drum up interest in his podcast.
Gotcha.
Yeah, has to be.
So he's trying to make sure that he says things that get him on SportsCenter, get him relevant.
So he posts your boy.
No, Rob will be going with us to. Rob will still be doing when we make the shift to a new platform.
Oh, he's doing. I'll do Favre on the side.
Rob is so talented that people do seek him out because he really is. Rob Jenners is absolutely fantastic. But what I will tell you is this: Brett Favre. He was an Atlanta Falcon.
That's right.
Brett Favre, and I'll tell the flat-out story because I don't care. Brett Favre, as a Falcons rookie, was continually late. Like, chronically late. And in the NFL, veterans do not even show up chronically late.
Mm-hmm. We call that the Nerlens Noel treatment in the city.
Yes, he was chronically late. It was the day of the team photo. And Brett Favre had either overslept or something.
Yes, or something.
And the Falcons had to take the team photo without Brett Favre in it.
How did Jerry Glanville like that one?
Not well, as the organization ran him out of town.
That's good coaching knowledge, by you.
Let's just say he wasn't a dedicated professional.
Yeah.
Brett Favre. He loved Buckhead. He loved Buckhead until Ray Lewis got Buckhead shut down. He loved Buckhead.
I stayed in Buckhead once.
You don't stay there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they've turned it into a Rodeo Drive. They literally had to bulldoze all the bar district.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. They bulldozed the entire bar district.
Wow.
And created a Rodeo Drive of stores. Like they brought in those. And now nobody goes to Buckhead. You leave the car running and then somebody jumps out and then hopefully is okay.
Wow.
Hopefully is okay. You don't go there anymore. It's just not the place to be.
Do you go there, though?
No. No, you do not go to Buckhead.
Watch me go there.
No, you go to Buckhead. You wouldn't. There's nothing for you
I'm
in
going to Buckhead now.
No, what are you going to shop? What do you shop? Like Christian Dior or something?
You're not going there, Pat.
I'm
Stop
going there.
it. No, you're
Don't
not.
tell me I can't.
Nobody goes there.
I don't know what you'd want. I don't know what you'd want to see there.
Because I'm going to shoot for the stars and I'm going to end up on the clouds.
Well, then that could be. Maybe you find some.
We're going to Buckhead, boys.
Maybe you find some Buckhead rich.
I say we have a show. Go to Buckhead.
Yeah, if we're going to Augusta and Vegas, we're going to Buckhead.
No interest in going to Buckhead. No. Hey, watch us on Twitch.tv and YouTube. Go to Twitch.tv, YouTube, search 97.5 The Fanatic. And when you watch once, you can keep going back and watch over and over again. You know, you can watch the show every day. Parts you miss of the show, you can watch them afterwards. I think a lot of people were doing that for Cuz or Love the other day, going back and being able to check that out. So we have a challenge that's being put our way by Pat Egan as a show. So, Pat, you are challenging us. Please, what is this challenge you're discussing?
Well, yesterday, me and Jamie were leaving the building. We were talking to one of our coworkers, Jins, down in sales. And she was saying how she just deleted Instagram, which is very big of her. And immediately, me and Jamie kind of chuckled and said, you'll be re-downloading that within a week.
Well, I share those fire memes with Jins, and I know she appreciates them, so, you know.
Are those nudes? what is
no,
it?
You gotta get all the funnies on the internet.
Oh, fired.
Yeah, fire.
Oh, okay.
Fire memes.
You got to get on. You got to get on the gram to find out.
On the gram lingo. Yeah. Okay. This is good. Bob's looking at you.
Yeah. Somehow it
I was like, is this segment over?
Somehow it morphed into how we're addicted to our phones. Because Jamie, what's that documentary on Netflix? The social
whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. We started talking about how
he was on his phone. He hardly watched it.
Exactly. You'll be saying something.
Social dilemma.
All of a sudden it'll pop up on your phone. Like I one time was having a conversation with Tyler Zulli about minor league baseball teams. All of a sudden I sign on to Facebook and I had minor league baseball team ads for hats. So I was like,
how did that happen?
Exactly.
You searched it.
No, I didn't.
No, they listened.
That's happened to me and Jamie.
Who listens?
Your phone.
Big brother.
Jamie and I one time were talking about a golf course. Honest to God, remember that? Talking about a golf course that was, I don't know, he was thinking of joining or whatever it was.
Of course he was.
Yeah. Like 5 minutes later, we walked down the thing. He's like, oh my God, look at this. And it was an advertisement on his phone.
Yeah,
for that
most
golf course.
apps have the microphone enabled.
See, I
when
disable,
you download it.
Mine are all disabled.
Unless you disable it, it listens.
Yeah, well, I mean, but the fact is we're addicted to our phones, and our phone knows that and takes advantage of it. So I had a professor in college one time offer a full letter grade if you could go a weekend without your phone. And every kid but me immediately handed in their phones. I'm like, I can't do it. But I'm wondering, we're all addicted to our phones here. How long could we honestly go without looking at our phones? Without picking it up, without looking at it, how long could we go?
If you talked about using a phone for function.
No, I'm talking like old school 1994, you don't have a cell phone.
Well, I couldn't do that with... my family's 750 miles south because I couldn't do it. But if you talk about using a phone for what it's used for, talking to people on the phone, I could go 10 days without texting, 2 weeks without. I could go a month without texting.
Really?
I could go. Yes. I could go. I could pick up the phone.
You can
go
text with us, like work wise. You have to
because we're on a work thing. Yeah, but I mean, I could go with an email. I could send an email. I mean, I don't. I hate the phone.
I think you and I could go longer than these days.
That's why
like
the phone,
Jamie.
The phone to me is function. The phone to me is a lifeline. My T-Mobile phone, which is great, is about function to me. I need it for this task, that task, this task, that task.
So you had a great line. You said your phone is lifeline.
Yes.
And I'm not being Jamie. Your phone is life.
You're obsessed with the phone.
And I'm not saying that in a bad way.
No, I'm just pointing fingers at you.
It's lifeline. For you, it's
I'm addicted. I have no problem admitting it.
You're addicted. You're addicted to the
But
phone.
like I use it like when I get in the car, I'm putting on Spotify or Waze. When I get home, it's, if I'm downtime, I'm on Instagram or
you
Twitter.
You can't sit in the post-show meeting with without looking at your phone.
I'm usually catching up on text because I don't touch it during the show. I put it 5 feet away from me. So I usually have a lot of text post-show.
Mine's upside down.
Yeah, I put it upside down away from me to keep it away because it's
I don't
addictive.
want the distraction.
Yes.
Because of that.
Yeah,
But I have a lot of active text groups.
But what do you have on your computer in front of you?
Now I have my email, Twitter.
Well, then you don't need your phone. You got Twitter in front of you.
Email and Twitter. Yeah, that's all I
use my phone for Twitter because I'm not logged on Twitter on the company But I could do it. I mean, except for having to talk to, like I can do without text and emails.
But I take pictures and videos of my daughter probably once every 2 hours.
Yeah,
probably.
you're taking pictures. It's like there's things you do, but to me, it always tends to be function.
Well, all right,
it tends to be function.
Here's a great point. Like you and I watching a game. Do you? Well, no, you do it more than I do. You text a lot during a game.
Yeah, you'll say, "Hey,"
or tweet during a game.
Right, tweet.
I can't. No, I am so like last night. This is how bad my night was. There was no sports on last night, right?
No, there was none.
Well, there's a 1-2 in women's basketball. South Carolina versus UConn.
Dawn Staley with the John Chaney tribute.
Awesome.
Love you,
absolutely
Dawn.
Awesome. But I was texting Kyle, my son, who's a senior at South Carolina, just saying, are you watching the game? We went back and forth about the game a little bit, and I had mild interest, but I couldn't do it while the game was going on. I had to wait for a commercial. Like, when I watch a game, I need to consume the game. I can't tweet or text.
It's a women's basketball game.
No, it's any game. I'm not saying women's basketball, but it's any game.
So, but a women's basketball game, I can be doing show prep.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm going to be honest. I'm not watching it.
It's fundamentally pretty good.
I'm not watching. But you're into hoops like that. I am not watching the women's basketball.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, everything that you guys brought up about being the negative towards being addicted to your phone. Bob's like, well, I do this, but I can't do it during a game. And Jamie's like, well, I do this, but I don't do it during the show. All of that, ignore the but, because I do it all. I'm on my phone during the show.
I'm a butt
you guys
guy,
bring
Pat.
it out at the table.
Yeah. Oh,
you do not bring your phone out at a table.
Legitimately, I might be able to
during
go.
a meal.
No.
You do not do that.
I might be able to go 30 minutes. I just know my limitations. This goes back to college when the professor, everybody gets a full letter grade. I'm like, I can't do a weekend, so I'm not going to hand in my phone. I can't. And a big part of it's for work, but a big part of it too is I'm addicted to my phone.
Christina does not like to be texted with.
Yeah, I know.
My wife wants you to call her.
Wow, Bobby.
You better hope she never sees that, because I'm telling you, she's already putting together a list. When she meets you people, you're in big trouble.
You people, where are you people now?
You're in big trouble. Is all I'm
I'm an
tell you.
idiot.
I do not. She likes to be called.
Yeah, I like that.
She says, "I want to hear your voice. Don't text me. I want to hear your voice. Let's talk."
She likes that radio voice, huh?
No, my voice is horrendous. It's like I'm not. Yes.
Some things you just don't get over the text message. Can we get back to the fact that you said you could go a month? Because Coach put that in a ledger.
About what?
You said you could go a month
he can't
with
put
just
that in a ledger.
with just phone.
I could go with
just calling.
a phone for function. I absolutely could, but the thing is, then I'd have to use. You guys would have to be getting emails constantly from me. But I absolutely could go a month without texting.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I can absolutely. I can call anybody or I can email people. There's nobody that I text. There's nobody that I text that I don't email.
Oh, I have about 8 group texts that are extremely active.
I have one group text. No, I have 2. You and me and my daughter and my wife, and I have you guys. My radio family, my family. That's the only text that I got.
The guys that I played high school ball with, there's 6 of us that are, still.
So you have a group text?
Like hundreds a day.
Yeah, I have a couple that are hundreds a day.
See, I can't do that. That would drive me crazy.
But one's my cousins, one's my family chain, one's my buddies from college chain, one's like my local, high school buddies. It's a lot.
The servants.
Man, that is a lot. Yeah, seriously, what do you do when
the servants have to check in?
What do you do when they haven't cleared the walk to your likelihood? I mean, it's unbelievable. It truly is unbelievable.
You work for me, bitch.
Yes, exactly. Get that thing cleaned up.
That's audio of Jamie when they don't clear the walk.
Cleaned up. By the way, we do have to get the ledger out because every one of us has to write in the JT Rio Muto, and the what we think of the Nick Sirianni first 3 years.
Okay.
Let's put that before we leave the building today. Every one of us is putting this in there under 2 different topic heads.
Cool.
And remember, you're not writing the manifesto. Pat sends me a note the other day, and he's like, "This is what I'm putting in the ledger." It was like a manifesto.
Well, it had a pre-log.
Simple statements in there that can come back to ridicule you later. That is what we were looking for.
I'm in.
And so it's going. Is tanking the plan? Well, you all seemed to enjoy it the first time, so maybe you're going to get it again. It's the John Kincade Show. This is 97.5 The Fanatic.
The John Kincade Show.
I am so excited I can't stand it.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey, it's John Kincade for my friends at T-Mobile, and I've been a T-Mobile customer now for so long. Why? Because I don't have to jump around. I don't have to try to find the latest and the greatest rate plan. I never have to worry about my T-Mobile device being able to be connected anywhere all over town. Because when T-Mobile and Sprint merged, they created the best network right here in Philadelphia. Now, I've been gone for a while, so I'm learning about new restaurants and new ways to get around town. So I'm always using my device for maps or trying to find out the to-go menu so I can be able to scan a barcode. My T-Mobile device always has to be available to me. It always has to be connected. And I always have to know that the girls can get in touch with me wherever I might be. That's the reason I'm a satisfied T-Mobile customer. I think you're going to want to do the same thing too. So I want you to check out T-Mobile.com. Find out where your carrier's lacking and where T-Mobile can bring you the latest and the greatest in connectivity at amazing prices. Go to T-Mobile.com on the web to check it out. And remember, coverage may not be available in some areas.
I hate Steven Singer. I get that a lot. You know why? Why? Because unless I buy my gifts from Steven Singer Jewelers, my wife isn't satisfied. So, how can I help you? Well, how do you get away with advertising real roses you don't throw in the trash in a week? They're my famous roses, dipped in pure 24-karat gold. They last forever. Sounds expensive. They start at just $59. Each one comes in a premium color and is shipped in our signature gift box with a love message from you. Do I have to water it? Nope. It's a real rose, and it's preserved in pure gold. All right. How do I get one? Easy. Just go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Shipping. It's free, and your rose is guaranteed for life. What if she hates my personal love message? Just pick one from our online list.
Just click on IHateStevenSinger.com to see the entire collection of real roses dipped in 24-karat gold. No matter how you feel about Steven Singer, she'll love it.
Do you still hate me? Absolutely.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. We entrepreneurs are always improving our listening skills. My dad told me at age 29, Michael, you're a man now. You're about to be married. You have responsibilities. You'd be a fool to start your own business. I did what any loving son would do. I started 5 of them. I didn't listen to my dad, but I have learned to listen to my customers, which is why my 5th successful business, Patriot Software, created accounting software to help non-accountants like me keep accurate accounting records. Go to PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of accounting software free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
PatriotSoftware.com. Accounting and payroll. Keep your time and money. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, where we've got more ways to get what you need fast and take care of that fall tune-up. With our free same-day store pickup, you can order online and pick it up today at your local AutoZone. Or we can bring it to you with our free next-day delivery. Just order on AutoZone.com by 10 p.m. and we'll have it at your front door the next day. Getting your job done just got easier. Free next-day delivery on eligible orders. Restrictions at AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Any credit card can offer cash back, but only Discover matches all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year. It's like getting one of those birthday cards that's shaped like cash, so you already know there's cash inside before opening it. But in this case, it's stuffed with your first year cash back match, and you don't even have to send a thank you note. Cashback match. Only by Discover Card. Learn more at discover.com/match. Discover. Something brighter.
This week at Macy's, use your coupon or Macy's card and get an extra 20% off just in time for Valentine's Day. Save on top of already great deals, like 35 to 55% off dazzling diamonds, gemstones, and more. And sleek handbags and wallets from Kipling, Nine West, Inc., and more top designers. Now 25% off. Plus, Star Money bonus days are going on now. Learn more at Macy's.com/Star Money. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
O'Reilly. Count on the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts to recommend the best products for your car. Get maximum cooling system performance for 10 years or 300,000 miles with peak long life universal pre-mixed antifreeze and coolant. On sale now for just $5.99 after mail-in rebate. Plus, earn double O Rewards points. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Okay, set it down over there and then go to Bay 5.
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
We need to keep going to finish.
Like Amir's warehouse. To expand capacity, he needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, we've got Rick here, a veteran in the league who's gone 0-2 the past Valentine's Days. Do you think he can pull off a win this year?
I always like an underdog, Bob, but I'm not sure about this guy.
He's passing aisle 3, picks up a bag of wings, he dodges the produce section.
But will he pick up the heart-shaped box?
Heading toward the candy aisle, he's picking up speed. Oh no, he chokes and heads straight to the checkout.
Unbelievable. This close to Valentine's Day.
Don't be a Rick. Make happy this Valentine's Day with a heart-shaped box of Russell Stover chocolates.
Hey, it's Mike Miscellaneous here for Landis Block and Concrete. There is nothing like having a beautiful backyard. Think of many things you can do with it. You can sit outside on a nice little patio, have a nice glass of wine, have a few friends over to cook on your Landis Block outdoor kitchen. Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with Landis Block. They're the resource center for all outdoor living. All you need is imagination, space, and a budget. Check out the photo gallery at landisbc.com. That's landisbc.com for Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-333-1750. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-333-1750. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-333-1750. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-333-1750. 800-333-1750.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
No mindless poll questions, no survey radio. It's called Show Prep.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
We do things a little differently around here. You'll decide whether you like it or not. That's up to you. John Kincade Show.
I wonder if Evan in San Diego's come around to you yet.
I wonder about that, too. The funny thing is, though, is yesterday in an email, I heard from a lot of Marple Newtown people and a lot of O'Hara people saying those were fighting words. I said the Marple Newtown folks are great, and I did have some support from some Marple folks, which is great. So 7 a.m. hour is brought to you by my sportsbook app of choice, the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. You can download it at parkscasino.com/PA. Use the promo code FANATIC, get that risk-free $500 wager, and I will be I'll give you 2 picks before the end of the show tonight. So you can use them tonight. We got hockey on the Fanatic tonight. Mike Miscellaneous gets 10 minutes off today.
Must be nice.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
So I think that if Coach and Chuck do the right thing, they'll ask Mike to work 10 minutes late one day.
Sure. We get off at 9:45 one day. Anthony then gets off at 1:45. Mike makes up for the difference.
Oh, jeez.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
I agree.
Really
it's only fair.
It's only fair.
I mean, look, Mike's lighting cigars with hundreds. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. There's a fine Chianti. Gentleman says to me the other day, he's asking me, he goes, so what do you think of everybody at the station? And I said, I've known Anthony. We're at Parks Casino and I'm meeting a listener. And I said, I've known Anthony for 20-some years. I've known Mike Miscellaneous for 20-some years. So it's not like a shock to my system.
Sure.
And I said, besides, Mike and I never cross paths because he's here in the afternoon. And unless I'm here for something, I don't see him.
Yeah. Oh, well, this is actually what he thinks of you.
I think he's an ass face.
Yeah, sorry to break it to you.
Well, I take that as a badge of honor with Mike. Just keep mentioning my name. But this gentleman said, I've always thought Miscellaneous was one of those guys who buys the fancy olive oil.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
I've never heard that before.
Fancy olive oil.
I can see that, though. Mike's a fancy olive oil guy.
And he says, he's very, he likes to cook. And I said, okay. And he goes, well, there's guys who buy fancy olive oil. I said, I'm not a cook. I didn't even know there was fancy olive oil.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
My wife used to work at an olive oil shop in Reading Terminal in the summer.
What?
Yeah.
Think to say what?
An olive oil shop.
An olive oil shop? And I love Reading Terminal Market. I've
all
never
different
seen that.
flavors and styles.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I have not been down to Reading Terminal Market since I've been come home as a Philadelphian.
We'll have to do a lunch trip one day.
I want to go over to the Smucker's stand and have a scrapple and provolone cheese with egg sandwich for breakfast on a Kaiser roll. That was
Jamie loves his scrapple.
Oh my gosh, scrapple!
Yeah. I'm not a huge scrapple guy.
No,
pork roll.
Neither am I, Bobby.
You're not either.
Nah.
I love
once in a while.
I love breakfast in the Reading Terminal.
Oh yeah,
And
the Amish make the pretzel breakfast roll.
My God, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It's not bad too.
And we got to get you to Nick's.
It's fine. Oh
It's
yeah,
probably
absolutely
been a
fine.
while.
That's fantastic.
The best Reuben in the city is is there.
See, I don't do Reubens.
I'm out on you. I
don't
quit the
do
show.
Reubens.
I'm out.
Jesus, quit.
Later.
Herschel's.
Okay. Yeah. Herschel's is right there too.
Oh, yeah.
Herschel's is big.
That's where I get my Reuben from.
We start the 7 o'clock hour here. Is tanking the plan going forward for the Eagles? I'm beginning to suspect that it might be. And since you all supported it once, why wouldn't another franchise try it again? So if the plan is to tank for the Eagles, a total teardown, to be so awful that they can rebuild with high draft picks, I've got to tell you, I'm not in support of that. I want the rebuild, but I don't want a complete 3-year go in the tank and be awful rebuild. I'm willing to put up with like one terrible year, one slightly less than terrible year, and then relevancy again. But then I asked myself last night, am I trying to half-ass this thing? Am I not fully committed to the Eagles doing the fixing of the organization that I think they need to do? This roster needs a complete makeover. And this city has already showed that they will let a professional sports franchise lose purposely for the better part of 4 seasons on the promise of sometime there being long-term gain. I wonder, do the fans here have different rules for the NFL team compared to the NBA team? Let it be known, Devon Givens and I talked about it the other night on The Fanatic with Jamie Lynch. I was not in support of the process. I thought the process was a bunch of crap. I am not in support of a process for the Eagles under any way, shape, or form. It's the John Kincade Show with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, and the coach Eric Camille as we start this 7 o'clock hour. Bob, you lived the process front row center. Yeah. I am not in any way, the Eagles have not made any moves towards saying that that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to go really, really bad to be good. But this city has already supported that. So I would wonder if their marketing department, their business executives, their leadership would say, Philly has already shown they're willing to support a product like the Sixers and put up with a really crappy product for years on the promise that maybe one day it'll all work out.
You say the Eagles haven't gone that way yet.
I don't believe they have.
Or
but
have
I wonder.
they?
But I wonder if
exactly
that's the plan.
right.
I wonder if it is.
I mean, you bring in a head coach, 39 years old, that you know nothing about. He brings in a staff that, as we said before, is going to get carded every time they go out to get a beer. I mean, you don't have a quarterback. I don't know what's going on with them, but. No, this fan base would not be as patient at all. And I wrote that many times how surprised I was. Absolutely. Eagles are on a different level. You don't have patience when it comes to Eagles. And you're saying it. This is funny.
I don't.
Right. You don't have the patience. You won't put up with it. But at the same time, like you, many others have said, oh, just give me a championship and I don't care. And you got that 3 years ago. Remember, I don't need another one.
But I didn't say I didn't want playoff games.
Right.
And
No,
stuff of that.
exactly.
I would tell you this, Bob, right now. I will sign up for less than 9 wins over a 2-season period to get this roster right.
Okay.
I will sign up for a 3-13. I will sign up for a 3-13 and a 6-10.
Well, less than 9.
If I know that in 3 years this thing's fixed, I would sign up right now. I would sign in blood. I'd give up 2 years.
2 years of bad football,
and I'd watch young players, and I would be intrigued to watch young players come together, learn to win.
Right.
And then, boom, 3 years from now, 3 seasons from now, I know that they're going to be in the mix for like wild card game, things like that.
Right.
I'd be fine with that.
I wonder if the organization will let that be known. Like, look, Sam Hinkie came in here, his first press conference, said, we're tearing this down. We're not looking to win now. We're looking for the future. We're looking to build assets. Everything that he said to this fan base, this is going to be really bad for a few years. I mean, he came out and said, I told Brett Brown when I hired him that this is going to be bad for several years. It was just put out on the table. I wonder how Eagles fans, and this is an honest question, I wonder how Eagles fans would put up with that if Howie Roseman said, yeah, this is going to be a rebuild for a couple years and we're not going to have the results that you normally would see.
I don't think it would go over well, but I think a good chunk of the fan base would recognize the necessity of it. Because tanking is, when things implode, you kind of tank, even if you don't say you're tanking, but you're kind of forced to. Like, you're just bad. So you start getting high draft picks, and at some point you go, we can't really compete anyway. So we might as well double down on this for a year or two, get as much capital as we can. I don't think it would go over well with the Eagles. But that being said, you're nothing unless you have a quarterback in the NFL. So you have to find out who that quarterback is in the next 2 years, or you're screwed.
9 wins next 2 years, Bob. Would you be okay with it if I told you
9 wins?
If in the next 2 years combined, you're going to get 9 wins over 2 years. But in the third year, you will be back in the mix to be wild card contender, division contender. You build something that makes you a contender for a period of time. Like, you get it, you're back contending for the postseason every year.
Does it get me a blue blood quarterback? Because that's my question.
I'm telling you, you're going to be back in contention for postseason, so obviously you're getting something out of the quarterback.
Yeah, if you're building a foundation and you're saying combined, like you're only going to win 9 combined
right, over 2 years.
I'm okay if you're building a foundation, something that you can go with. Okay.
Is Howie Roseman still making the draft picks?
It's not. I'm telling you, you're getting 9 wins, but in 3 years, you will be a contender again.
If that means being a contender means a new GM, whatever it may be.
We don't know what it means. Howie may get it right. He may.
He might.
He may.
I might grow hair tomorrow.
He got you to the playoffs 3 straight years. How many GMs in football did that, by the way? I believe the guy sent me an email yesterday. I think there were 6 GMs. 6 GMs currently in football have a 3-year string of making the postseason.
That's fine and well and dandy, and there was a veteran core in place to keep them there. What sustains success is a youth pipeline, and they just don't have that the last 2 or 3 years, and that's what concerns me.
So you're not in on 9 wins for 2 years?
No, I would be in if it gets me the blue blood quarterback.
All right.
I'm not.
You're not in on 9 wins?
No, I probably am. I mean, it's trending that way anyway, and I think if they have 9 wins over 2 years, there's no way Howie Roseman's here. So
that's what I would think also.
Yeah, there's no way you can keep
maybe
him.
You get that as the byproduct.
Yes.
610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. I'm starting to know where you guys are going by body language.
Really?
Like, I knew Pat wasn't going to, he wasn't in on it. and just going by body language. And I could tell that you were on the fence, and
Yes.
Bob was absolutely, I'll take it.
I was on the fence.
I could tell. I'm starting to be able to learn you guys by body language. Check this on out. Let's see what Dale in Bucks County has to say. Dale, you're on the John Kincade Show. Good morning.
Good morning, John. How you guys doing today?
Good, buddy.
Good. Hey, listen, I'm not into tanking, but there is an exception. I am into tanking if the tank includes Howie out of there. I don't care what you say about him being a successful GM for 3 years. Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn.
Really?
And also, Mr. Lurie, he has to head to the end of the closet, end of the row, and sit in the closet now because a meddling owner never gets it done. Proof in point: Tampa Bay, their owner doesn't meddle. They're NFL champions. The Kansas City Chiefs, their owner doesn't meddle. Let me one more point, John.
Sure, buddy.
The Dallas Cowboys, when Jimmy Johnson was running the show, and I'm not a Cowboys fan, when he was running the show, they were champs. Jerry Jones said, wait a minute, I got to get a piece of this pie. He became a meddler, and they haven't won.
I know it.
How many years?
I want Jeffrey Lurie worrying about indie movies and everything like that. I want Mr. Lurie out of this mix.
Is Robert Kraft a meddler?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No, he leaves Bill alone.
Robert Kraft will not be in a... How about this? Arthur Blank in Atlanta. He has a meeting with his head coach every Monday. After games.
Yeah, that's...
The coach literally has to meet with him. By the way, that was every coach since Dan Reeves. He inherited Dan Reeves. Dan Reeves would not do it.
Bleep off, Arthur.
Would not do it. And he literally would say, I'm not doing that. Every coach that got hired after Dan Reeves, Arthur Blank has to have a meeting with him every Monday. Let's talk about how the game went.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
Absolutely.
I would hate that.
Wouldn't that ridiculous?
Especially if you lost.
I mean, seriously. And you
I
got to
don't feel
go
like
talk to the
justifying
owner?
into this.
He
this
turns
guy.
into Arthur Hoagie mouth on Monday morning quarterbacking.
Arthur is the only owner in the NFL that's on the sideline every week. Is Arthur
that's
Blank.
crazy.
Is Arthur Blank. NJM Insurance has been ranked number 1 in the nation in customer satisfaction. They've got the auto insurance claims experience down pat, according to J.D. Power. Visit njm.com for your free quote today. That's njm.com. Dan in West Grove. Dan, good morning. You're on the John Kincade Show.
Yeah, hi, guys. The only way Eagles fans would tolerate a process like the Sixers did is if Howie was out and Jeffrey removed himself. The last caller was 100% right. There's no way we're going to tolerate Howie doing the process. He's been here long enough. He can't pick his nose, let alone a draft. It's not going to work. Everybody knows that.
Howie doesn't look like a picker, Dan. Howie doesn't look to me like a nose. You can look at a guy and say, does he look like a nose picker?
Do I look like a nose picker?
I could see that you might pick.
Yeah,
if you're in your car,
I pick.
If you're in your car,
I
and
nailed that one. All right, 1 for 1.
If you're in the car and you're not on your phone, you're picking your nose.
If you're not on your phone.
I mean, Moses was a picker.
Moses was a picker?
Oh, Moses, 40 years in the desert? Moses was a picker.
There's a lot of stuff
all that sand
happens there, yeah.
I mean, who is a nose picker?
Everybody's picked their nose.
Everybody has
We have to
picked
stop
theirs.
nose pick shaming.
Really?
I mean,
Yes.
I'll pick in private.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right.
Right. No one's around.
It's like watching adult videos. We all do it in private, but we're not doing
Not
it
Bob.
No, not everybody.
What?
Okay.
Wait, what?
So you're not an adult video guy?
Oh, no. I've never seen a porno.
I've never seen a porno
You
either.
guys don't go on
What?
Lobster Tube?
I've never seen a porno.
Just for
Never.
research purposes?
Never. And my
Not even like
as I said,
softcore?
as my cousin
Skinamax? Nothing?
as my cousin would
50 Shades of Grey?
My
Real
cousin's
life.
the lie detector cop too. We could get him in here.
We need one. We do need to do
I've
that.
never watched it.
You two are.
When you blow your nose, do you look into the tissue to see what
Always.
comes out?
You gotta.
Always, right? Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
have
gotta.
to.
It's
It's like
Yeah.
a Rorschach test.
I often
Do you
show
check-
people. I
do you
think I
check-
showed it to Egan a
Do you
couple
check
times.
the bowl before you flush?
You got to.
I mean, yeah.
That's something that goes back to your childhood if you do.
Isn't it just knowing what's coming and going?
No, it's that goes back to your childhood.
What do you mean?
it goes back.
I've seen it on the Mythbusters TV show.
You have to turn around and flush it.
But you're not looking in it and taking advantage of what, like, hey.
Have you ever
that was
texted a
impressive.
picture?
No, but I've had people text me pictures.
Yeah, I've texted my cousin.
I've
pictures.
had neither.
Including a 7-foot
grown-up.
something man that has texted me.
Name dropper.
Why would Joel Embiid do
I
that?
didn't drop anything. He dropped something. Hey, in Cooney's corner, if Hurts is the starting quarterback. Does that change your draft strategy?
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's corner.
No porn. We know that. There's no porn.
No porn in my corner. But I thought of this last night. So where's this going? Jalen Hurts is now your starting quarterback.
Appears that way.
You have been, Jamie, you are our draft expert. And in your 2 mocks that you've done, you've had the Eagles getting Jamar Chase, a wide receiver.
Yes.
And then your second one, you got
Kyle Pitts. Tight end, wide receiver combo.
Right. So those, to me, were pieces, get Carson Wentz weapons, whatever it may be. Does that change now if you have Jalen Hurts? And to what we said, to what Egan said yesterday, does it change it that you're looking at a quarterback now at number 6? Because if you're not looking quarterback, are you still looking for that offensive weapon?
Yes.
Even though you may not have a quarterback in place. Because they need everything. We have to be honest. And if we're talking rebuild, like John's bringing up, I don't know if you're going weapon to what? When you get, I think you're going for foundation. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But in your mind, James, do you go into this draft looking at it like your mock drafts that are coming up now? Will you look at them a little differently because Jalen Hurts is your starting quarterback or no?
No.
Okay.
I think what they need more than anything is a can't-miss player with number 6. And frankly, I will be emotional about it, but as long as they get one of the 4 guys I believe is can't miss, then I'm happy.
Chase, Devontae Smith, Pitts, and who else?
I think Micah Parsons is phenomenal.
Okay. I'm not going to, so quit asking.
But I don't think they're going to draft a linebacker.
We are literally going to fight if we start talking about linebackers at 6.
Well, it's not going to happen.
There's going to be a fight. There's going to be lead pipe.
Yeah.
But I want 1 star in this draft. And then I want foundation pieces. All of it. I want lines. I want lines of scrimmage. No, 2nd and 3rd round draft picks, 4th round draft picks.
For this team? For
the line of scrimmage?
For this front office?
Again, there's times that they have gotten it right. There's times they get it wrong.
They're so few and far between.
I got you.
They're so few and far between. And more importantly, their recent history. I mean, ignore 4 years ago, they hit on this guy. Their recent history is terrible.
Let's not relitigate that. Let's get back to
it's tough to ignore because it's the elephant in the room. But they need to. You're right. They need to get the first. They need to have a redo of the 2002 draft where they hit on the first, both seconds, and the 3rd round, and it was like that set them up for years of success. They need that again, especially with the 6th pick.
They got 3 teams. They got 3 picks in the top 70 this year.
Yeah. Does it change the way you would look at it? John, put yourself in a GM shoe.
I want star early.
So
transformational talent at one position. I don't care what it is. Got to have it at 6 right now. And they may not draft at 6.
Yeah, they might not.
They may go back.
They might.
They may go back.
It all depends what happens with quarterbacks.
But I want a transformational player that is a cornerstone at that position with the first pick. And I want Joe Bag of Donuts everywhere else, guys that I can count on that foundation pieces. So
Jalen Hurts now being the starting quarterback, has your draft outlook changed at all, since last week?
Give me a toy.
Okay.
Give me a toy.
Okay, fair enough.
Give me a toy. And guess what?
I wonder if theirs has.
This offense is so bland.
Yes.
This offense is so bland.
It needs a chase.
I'll tell you this, Bob. What I would say, Bob, is if they changed their plan in the past week, they've changed it to go. They would change it to say we need more foundations, to trade back in the 1st round, pick up a lineman, pick up an extra 2nd round pick. And God knows what they're going to get back for Wentz. I find it incredibly hard to believe they'll get multiple number 1s.
They won't. They'll get one.
I also don't think they're getting if it's Chicago, I don't believe they're getting a number 1 this year.
It'll be next year's.
I think it'll be next year's.
Which is fine.
So,
that goes to them tanking,
yes,
quote unquote. Because if you're taking a future first, you're cool with that.
Yeah, I would like to see them get a 1 this year just to make the draft more interesting.
I don't think Chicago in any way is giving up their 1 this year.
But if they get a 1 next year, it'll give them more ammunition to get up and get that hand-picked quarterback. Because I just don't think Jalen Hurts is the guy, and I think Nick Sirianni wants to get his guy.
Could be.
And that's going to be in 2022, not 2021.
A friend of mine just brought up a great point. What makes you think Howie's out if they only win a combined over 9 over 2 years? Because if you're tanking, you're tanking.
Yeah. Flyers Caps tonight, 6 o'clock. Sixers Kings tonight, 10 o'clock. You find both games right here on The Fanatic. Andrew in Syracuse joins us. Andrew, how are you, brother? Welcome to the John Kincade Show.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good, buddy.
Well, I've called maybe twice and brought up that term tanking and the Philadelphia Eagles throughout the season. I was laughed at. But if you really put it all together, they know that they can't have fans. They know that the revenue is down big time and going to stay down for at least 1 to 2, maybe even 3 years. Maybe that this is the time that they realize, hey, I've made mistakes. This is how we speak.
Andrew, there's going to be fans this year.
Okay, I get that, but even if there is fans, there's going to be reluctance, and with reluctances, no one's going to spend the money.
Wow.
So,
Andrew, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'll put it in. If the Eagles have fans in the stands, they will have a sellout for the opening game, and every seat will be filled.
Yeah, no question.
I don't think there's. If someone is reluctant, someone else will not be reluctant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sign me up.
By the way, there's a guy from Syracuse that I got my eyes on in the second round.
Oh, that's safety?
A Syracuse player?
Oh, yeah.
You like Syracuse?
Andre Cisco, baby.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's good.
Okay. I'm all for...
First preseason All-American since Dwight Freeney up there.
Really?
Tore his ACL, missed the year, so he fits the mold of Eagles players.
Good dude, that Dwight Freeney. Good dude, that Dwight Freeney. All right,
our old buddy Trey said that was the hardest move he ever had to defend.
Really?
The Dwight.
Coming up, what is on Nick Sirianni's mind? Wouldn't you like to find out? And what about Frank Sirianni's? I mean, I have a feeling Jamie might know. We'll get to that next. It's the John Kincade Show. Special announcement coming up at 8. You don't want to miss it because we want you to be a part of it here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I got into a discussion earlier today about my T-Mobile phone. My T-Mobile phone, to me, to sum it up perfectly, is function. Now, a lot of you want to hang on your phones 24/7, all the social media, everything like that. I use it as a camera. I send my daughter a video every morning to wake up. She wakes up to a video from Dad. I have to know that I've got connectivity everywhere. When T-Mobile and Sprint merged, that honestly, it dominated the market. The best network right here. Most towers, most engineers, most coverage, it's T-Mobile. Not to mention the fact that T-Mobile gives you just the ability to always be wherever you are in the Philly area. You know you're going to be able to have a strong signal. You're going to be able to connect to those, whether it's a navigation device, whether you're sending pictures, whether you want a video chat. It's awesome. I can tell you this, T-Mobile has been loyal to me, and I've been loyal to them. Why? Because they've given me great rates, great customer service, and I know there's never been a better time for you to check out T-Mobile. Visit T-Mobile.com to learn more today. And I just want to remind you, tell them John Kincade sent you, that coverage is not available in some areas.
The John Kincade Show.
You can't just tag no offense on the end of something horribly offensive and act like it's okay.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Back to the line. One-timer goes, it's in, they score, and Van Riemsdyk has the tip in front.
Flyers, Caps, tonight at 6. On your home for Flyers hockey, 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Flyers hockey is brought to you by Coors Light, proud partner of the Philadelphia Flyers. There's only one beer out there that's literally made to chill, and that's Coors Light. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Guys, Valentine's Day is this Sunday. Are you still looking for a great Valentine gift for your special someone? Then give her the gift of comfort and relaxation this year with Tempting Touch Pajamas, exclusively from Pajamagram.com. Tempting Touch Pajamas will keep her warm and cozy from head to toe while complimenting her every curve. They're made with micro-velvet, a new fabric that's silky smooth and addictively soft. They're irresistible to wear and beg to be touched. She'll slip these on after a long day and start melting away her stress. You'll love them too. Check them out at Pajamagram.com. Best of all, every Pajamagram includes free gift packaging, which means you don't have to wrap a thing. So get her Tempting Touch Pajamas and your free gift packaging today. Just go to Pajamagram.com. It's fast, easy, and delivery by Valentine's Day is guaranteed. That's Pajamagram.com.
I hate Steven Singer. I get that a lot. You know why? Why? Because unless I buy my gifts from Steven Singer Jewelers, my wife isn't satisfied. So, how can I help you? Well, how do you get away with advertising real roses you don't throw in the trash in a week?
They're my famous roses, dipped in pure 24-karat gold. They last forever.
Sounds expensive.
They start at just $59. Each one comes in a premium color and is shipped in our signature gift box with a love message from you.
Do I have to water it?
Nope, it's a real rose, and it's preserved in pure gold.
All right. How do I get one?
Easy. Just go to IHateStevenSinger.com.
Shipping.
It's free, and your rose is guaranteed for life.
What if she hates my personal love message?
Just pick one from our online list.
Just click on IHateStevenSinger.com to see the entire collection of real roses dipped in 24-karat gold. No matter how you feel about Steven Singer, she'll love it.
Do you still hate me?
Absolutely.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
Every player matters, and finding the right person can make all of the difference. After Dwight Howard chose Orlando over New Jersey, the Nets turned their sights to Portland and completed a trade for small forward Gerald Williams. The trade included sending Mamad Okor, Sean Williams, and a first-round pick to Portland. That first-round pick, the 6th overall, turned into Damian Lillard. Lillard went on to win the Rookie of the Year and is a 5-time NBA All-Star.
Build your winning team today. Go to linkedin.com/sports.
As the basketball season rolls along, teams are already identifying the missing pieces they need to make a championship run. If your business needs some fresh new talent, LinkedIn Jobs can help. Post a job with targeted screening questions, and LinkedIn will quickly get your role in front of qualified candidates. Manage job posts and contact candidates from a single view as functions are streamlined onto one simple screen. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/sports. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
Getting out of debt can be like climbing a mountain, but Navy Federal can guide you to the top. Start things off with our special intro rate on balance transfers with our Platinum credit card, with rates as low as 5.99%, minimal interest payments, and no annual or balance transfer fees. Conquer your debt in no time with our Platinum credit card. You're one transfer away from financial freedom. Whew. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. 5.99 to 18% variable APRs based on creditworthiness up to $1 cash advance transaction fees at non-Navy Federal ATMs.
Good morning, privates! Good morning, Drill Sergeant! I mean, seriously, what a pleasant morning. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. You seem to be in a good mood today. Astute observation.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
They're even shaped like hearts. So, in lieu of the obstacle course today, I propose a nice meditative nature walk. Does that sound delightful to everyone?
Yes, Drill Sergeant! Happy Heart Shapes are back for a limited time. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Some people say bigger is better. When it comes to buying a home, a TV, or an ice cream sundae, wouldn't you rather go big? Insurance companies think that because they're bigger, they can pay injured people less than what they really deserve. But guess what? We're big too. As America's largest personal injury firm, we know that our size matters. If you're going up against a big insurance company, you need a big firm fighting for you. If we win big, you win big.
Offices, Philadelphia.
This President's Day at eBay, we want to prove like new is better than brand new. So we're not only giving up to 50% off certified refurbished, but we're adding an extra 20% off coupon too. Because while brand new is nice, it's also twice the price. And if you don't love our like new products, they all come with an industry-leading 2-year warranty. So this President's Day, say goodbye to brand new and find certified amazing deals at eBay, where good is new just got better.
Hey, it's Mike Miss here. You know, Philly sports is big business, and we've got you covered every weekday with the Fanatic's Business of Sports Reports, powered by Pico for Business. For information on how your company can save with Pico's incentives, just go to pico.com/more savings.
Dunkin' is bringing the X's and macchiatos this Valentine's with everything you need to celebrate with that someone special. Grab a set of matching pink velvet and mocha macchiatos plus a Cupid's Choice and brownie batter donut to complete the perfect way to celebrate Valentine's Day. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. One of the things I love about betting on basketball is I'm always finding new player props or game props that I like. And what's cool about FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge Casino is you can combine these props with other bets from the same game to score an even bigger payout. It's my favorite bet, the same game parlay, where you can get massive payouts. I love combining the spread and player props like points and rebounds in my same game parlays. And right now, new and existing users can get up to $25 back each day if your parlay falls one leg short with the same game parlay insurance. You heard that right, every day. That's why I love FanDuel, and that's why I bet on FanDuel. FanDuel's the best. They get your money so fast, it's so easy to use, and I love the live betting, so I can bet on games while they're happening. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today and try a same-game parlay. Use promo code Natalie at sign-up. That's promo code Natalie. Must be 21 plus and present in NJ or PA. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $25. Terms apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
It's really good to be back home in Philly, but do not believe anyone who tells you winter doesn't really suck.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I was messaging with your best friend last night, Bob.
Adam
about
Joseph?
the upcoming weather this week. How did you know that Adam was his best friend?
I wear it on my sleeve.
I mean, it is. I was making sure because Olivia's flight gets in Friday.
That's right.
Big weekend for you.
So dad-daughter weekend this weekend.
Awesome.
So I wanted to make sure
Wait,
that...
the wife's not coming?
No, this is...
This is school weekend holiday.
It's dad-daughter. It's a school weekend holiday, and Christina said we can do Valentine's Day later. You need some time with your daughter.
Okay.
You need some time with your daughter.
You know, we could turn the tables here because I was watching Channel 6 yesterday. Adam needs a haircut.
Really?
What are your haircutting skills like?
Terrible. I've never even tried it. I wouldn't dare cut my own hair.
Wait, one guy's on TV and the other guy's on radio, so...
There's a big difference, but we both have...
You think Adam would have the guts to let John cut his hair?
Adam and I would both be top 10 in the market media people with hair. We'd easily be in the top 10.
Adam cuts his own hair.
And Adam cuts his own. Only because of COVID.
Oh, is that right?
Only because of COVID.
Oh, I just thought he was...
No, it's because
he always did it.
It's that we have rules.
That's when I started cutting my own hair was during COVID. And I'll never go back now.
By the way, how about him taking shots at our industry the other day?
He did, and I responded too soon.
I respected it.
Wait, what did he say? I missed it.
He was saying how come nobody goes after sportscasters?
Oh, like they do the other people,
who blow it on the Super Bowl.
Well, Adam, I will tell you right now, I thought Jahlil Okafor was can't miss, and I love the Byron Maxwell signing, so I was very wrong.
You got one?
That I was very wrong about? No. Funny,
I got one for you, and it may be the worst one that would embarrass all of us.
Oh.
Tim Duncan would be an NBA bust.
Oh. Yeah, that's bad.
Because I'd watched him in college.
It's a big fundamental.
I thought he was too soft for the NBA.
Wow, with Randolph Childress?
I said, I saw him at Wake Forest, and I was like,
Forest.
And I said, well, he was Wake Forest. Biggest games, they were nothing. And I said, Tim Duncan's going to... I didn't say he was not going to be good. I said he's going to be an NBA bust. That is the worst I've ever... A Hall of Famer, an all-time great that I said was going to be a bust.
It's funny. All he did in college was like score and rebound.
Yes.
And basically just transferred that into the NBA for 17 years under one of the best coaches of all time.
Well, just tell Adam that the wind's changed.
The wind has changed?
The wind's changed, yeah. That's the meteorologist. The patterns
the wind changed.
Yeah. So, I mean, we all... I thought
the models I looked at in college on Jahlil looked great. Things changed when he got to the pro.
He got a little too close to the coast.
Yeah.
Got pushed off 95.
Mm-hmm. There was a polar vortex that came down,
I'm
changed
tell you
everything.
This right now, though, is I notice it. Adam, Cecily, and everything, they're starting to push back.
Yeah.
There's some pushing back. There's some pushing back going on over there on, Monument Avenue?
Yeah.
They're
Say it with your chest.
I'm telling you right now.
Well, it's funny. One of the things that I caught when we were in the hotel for those couple of days was he said, look, this is what we look at. This is our computer modeling that we look at to prepare our forecasts. He said one model has us getting 26 inches. Right. The other one has us getting 8.
Yes.
Sorry if we're a little off every once in a while, but these are the models that we have to go by. So, it's obviously not an exact science.
I feel bad for these two, though.
Who, Egan?
That Egan and
Jamie?
That they never experienced Jim O'Brien doing the weather.
With the with the little
pointer.
Yeah, he had a pointer.
He had a pointer
and like a happy face for a son that was done with a marker.
And he literally would go, Jim Gardner would say, it's time for the 5-day AccuWeather forecast. Here's Jim O'Brien.
I probably did watch it as a kid.
He died in 82.
Oh, then never mind.
You did not watch Jim O'Brien. You did not watch Jim O'Brien.
Because my grandmom was a 6 ABC lady, so anytime we were watching the
Jim
news.
Jim O'Brien would literally say, and he was this tall Texan cowboy. Every woman in Philly was hot for Jim O'Brien.
Like Jack Parkman?
And he did everything. How about this? He did morning radio. He did morning radio on WFIL, which is 56 a.m. Is that still there?
No.
WFIL's not there anymore. He did morning radio on WFIL. He was the morning show host. He would then do Dialing for Dollars.
Yep.
Which was a talk show from 10 to 11. Then he would he would anchorman on the noon news.
Jeez.
Then he would do 6 and 11 weather.
Save some jobs for the rest of us there, buddy.
Jim O'Brien was so sought after. But literally, they would go during the summertime. Jim Gardner would say, now let's check 5-day AccuWeather forecast. Here's Jim O'Brien. And Jim O'Brien would go, how much time do they give me? And he'd walk to the camera and he'd go, it's damn hot. It's hot. Well, what do you want to say? And he'd go to his weather board and he'd go, hot, hot, hot. And he'd write it, it's hot. It's miserable hot.
That sounds fun.
And then he'd look at his watch. Oh, wait, I got 2 more minutes to go? Okay, tonight's going to be really hot. And tomorrow, hot. You're going to be so hot tomorrow. Don't even dress for church. And like he'd do a comedy bit and he'd go, and you would hear Jim Gardner
giggling
off set. Not even on mic. You could hear him laugh, and you could hear the cameraman laughing. And then he'd say, all right, look, what do you want me to do? You want a floor show? And he'd dance, and he'd and he'd start taking the little Velcro things off the weather map. And he'd start winging them at the cameraman.
Oh, that's funny.
He would do this whole thing. And he'd go, anything else? Ladies, can I do anything for you? Like touch his shirt? Like, can I do anything else for you? And he goes, it's hot. They're telling me I got to do 2 minutes. He goes, what can I tell you? Let's go to the AccuWeather board. And they had this board on the side that was written, and it would say, hot, hot, hotter, hot, hot.
That's great.
It was a fun gag. So he had some fun with that. So.
You probably can't imagine knowing Jim Gardner the way you do.
Serious.
Oh, my gosh.
Of him not being able to get his composure to talk. Because it happened all the time.
He could never, because Jim O'Brien would sometimes walk behind him.
Oh, really?
Make faces at him when he was talking.
Oh, they should do that more often.
I mean, it was just totally different. I mean, it was a completely different experience. Hey, we got a lot coming up for you, including a special announcement at 8 o'clock of something we're going to ask you to get involved with. We're going to change the narrative on the Philly sports fan forever if you get involved in this.
I love this.
We'll get to that. In the linchpin, I really want to know, much like Jamie Lynch, what's on this guy's mind?
This is the linchpin.
What the hell is Nick Sirianni thinking right now?
I don't know. I've hardly heard him speak.
Yeah, true. So he walks in. I'm sure he got wind of how his press conference was received. A bunch of hyenas just picking at a corpse of a guy that's nervous up there talking for the first time on that stage.
Correct.
I'm sure there's been some irrational sports talk radio callers. I'm sure there's been some hot takes in the industry.
In this town?
I know. Believe me, it's probably happened. There's probably been some print media that's been unfair. I haven't read every single piece. But if you're him and you just got here to this major market, career opportunity of a lifetime, you see Carson Wentz is the leading Adam Schefter, Chris Mortensen's story, Howie Roseman's getting called a weasel. This franchise looks like it's in complete disarray. Not that he has second regrets or second thoughts about coming here because it's one of 32 jobs, but do you think part of him is going, what the hell did I sign up for?
A big part of him.
I think he had to know.
You think Frank coached him up?
I think Frank coached him up, and besides, I don't give a flip. I mean, we talked about on this show, that was a bad moment. The introductory press conference was a bad moment.
I don't even care about that.
And I actually think, I've heard people say it, I think he would have done better if he was in a room with people looking at him.
Yes, I agree.
If they were interacting on a more personal level, because people like to play sometimes, too, a little more with questioning and everything when it's on Zoom. It's not as interactive, and it's not as warm. That's a difficult way to do your introductory press conference.
Yeah, because Philadelphia media, I just think warm.
Yeah, warm and cuddly.
Warmer than Bob Cooney, let's put it that way.
But Frank could have given him the perfect picture of what this was like. But seeing something and hearing about something are two different things.
Yes.
I read about Rome my entire life, and when I went to Rome, my mind was blown because I couldn't comprehend how old it was. It was so different than what I had read about. So Frank could tell him everything he wanted to hear. When he actually gets here and his teeth, the teeth of the city are in him, what the hell's he thinking?
People are wondering Frank, too. They're wondering who Frank is.
Yeah, I just love the fact that we're comparing Philly to Rome. I'm all about that right there, Jamie.
Well, they're both burning.
Great comparison.
They're both burning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good
Novacare
point.
complex and everything.
Yeah, look, I think he was definitely warned. And case in point, it took him 8 days to talk. That's not an accident. That's the Eagles brass trying to get him prepared for what went down, and he still wasn't prepared. But yeah, Jamie, you're probably right. He's got to be sitting there going, Jesus.
This sounds going to be tough.
Why would he be invoking his name?
That was because he's praying to him, saying, maybe I should have, let's make it better. He's got to be sitting there going, is it going to get worse once people are in front of me?
Yeah, we're not even playing yet.
When was the last time the Eagles coach was on this radio station?
Andy Reid, maybe?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. Andy Reid.
All right, can we just say it right now? Nick Sirianni, the invitation is out there for you to join the John Kincade Show. And I know that there will be corporate sponsors and there will be others in suits that will tell you can't do it, you can't do it, you can't do it. If you choose to ignore, don't choose to ignore a large portion of your fan base. Don't choose to only speak to, the people who have to be your best friends. The people who don't choose to speak to those people. Speak to the entire community. You have an invite on this show anytime. And by the way, any Philadelphia Eagle has an invite anytime on this radio program. Anytime that they want to. Don't just, I've never seen anything like it. This embargo of crap.
Mm-hmm.
That goes on in this market.
Thank you, 97.5.
That a team would decide we're not speaking to that radio station. That's bullcrap. And it can change. Because you know what? You're in control. You don't have to sit there and listen from the guys in the suits. You don't have to listen to them. So I think Nick Sirianni makes his own decisions in life. And I will predict that Nick Sirianni will make an appearance on this radio show by the end of 2021.
Hey, now. All right.
I think he will.
Put it in the ledger.
I think he will. I think he'll make an appearance on this radio show. I really do. Because it's stupid not to. It's stupid not to. I've never understood this.
Yeah.
Never understood it in my life.
I don't get it either.
So people getting bullied over like corporate partnerships and everything. We were the Braves flagship. Did that mean that the Braves manager or the Braves thing couldn't go on another sports radio station?
No.
What is this crap? Seriously, when did this start? And by the way, who made those rules? And why do you dare follow it? We will change it up. This is a very good spot. You got a lot of your Eagles fans want to hear from you. Nick Sirianni, come on this radio program, please.
Or Frank.
We'd love to have you. Or Frank Sirianni. The thing
His alter ego.
We can get Frank Sirianni.
Frank Sirianni around. I'd love for him to call in, too.
If there is a Frank Sirianni, if you can produce ID, if there's a Frank Sirianni in town, he's co-hosting for an hour with us.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
We're bringing him in.
All right, Frank. Where you at?
He can co-host for an hour.
I can find a guy on Facebook named Frank Sirianni.
Don't do that. Zach Berman joins us, by the way, at 8:10 this morning. And the first question I'm going to ask Zach is the question because gentleman says to me yesterday, you're not going to ask anybody. You wouldn't ask one of the Philly beat writers what you're saying to Bob Cooney. And I said, first question. And he said, I'll be waiting for it. First question to Zach Berman. Is anybody waiting to hit send on the untold story of Carson Wentz and what really went on and what really caused? Who's waiting to press send? And I guarantee you, we will see it the day that Carson Wentz things count. It's already written. It just has to hit send. We'll ask Zach Berman. And if Zach tells me I'm a moron, he may be very well right.
Zach's too nice to do that.
But he's got very good. Now, if you put it in a friendly atmosphere where you can say, Zach, I don't care if you call me a moron. Like, seriously, if I'm a moron, tell me.
I'll tell you right now, you'll get an awkward chuckle, and he'll say, I won't say that,
and guess what? I'll be proven correct. You know I'm going to be proven right on this.
I don't think you will be.
Bob's staring at me right now. You know that I will be right on this, that within the day that Carson Wentz, by the next morning, there will be the tell-all, here's what really went on, here's what we found out. Look, in the last hour, we found out this story. Guaranteed. Write it down. Jamie's Mock Draft 3.0, too, today. Coming up tomorrow, excuse me. Jamie's Mock Draft 3.0. So we'll see if Jamie's waffled on any of his picks.
Oh.
We will find out.
He's a waffler.
We will find
by
that
version 23, there's going to be a lot of waffling.
By the way, Bob, something we didn't get to last hour that I want to get to. I heard nonsense yesterday.
I was just kidding.
On Mike Miscellaneous' show.
Oh.
And I see that you have it in your notes today. Oh, yeah. Did you see Patrick Mahomes Sunday night? That was Carson Wentz all year. Carson Wentz had that same type of... That is the biggest load of crap, because I swear to you...
That's not really what I said.
But I think people didn't watch the Super Bowl.
If it wasn't for Mahomes...
The Eagles' offensive line did not... Carson Wentz was having time to throw the ball and was throwing horrendous passes. The Eagles' offensive line wasn't that crappy.
No.
Now, windows of time they were. Windows, opportunities. But for games, no. And I heard that, but Bob, I think there's the offensive line performance of Kansas City on Sunday night brought a lot of attention to people.
Yeah, I think it made people say, well, it did make people say, we've heard it. You said you heard it yesterday on Mike, and
Yes.
people have been talking about it.
And it wasn't from Mike, it was from callers.
I mean, that was... All right, so it doesn't go to the depths of, Carson Wentz wasn't in trouble all the time. No, he wasn't, nor was...
And he wasn't.
Nor was Patrick Mahomes, on every play. But it was the first time in his career that he hasn't scored double-figure points in a game?
Yes.
Like, that's amazing.
First time since Texas Tech that he was blown out by double-digit points.
Yeah,
and also
losing by double-digit points.
He scrambled to elude contact.
I heard the stat.
Behind the line of scrimmage more than any quarterback in any game that has ever been played.
Apparently, a caller yesterday to Anthony
next-gen stats.
said it was like 478 yards of rushing avoidance.
Yes.
By the way,
and that is, there has never been a game in next-gen stats where that has even happened. By the way,
with a bad toe.
By the way, now a gentleman, thankfully, because I then followed up with a stats guy from ESPN and said, do you know the Carson Wentz number? He said Carson Wentz's number isn't even in the 2s.
Oh, wow.
Isn't even in the 2s.
Yeah.
So let's not do the idiotic, well, that's what Carson faced all year.
No.
Bull.
That was worse.
That was double the worst game of Carson's career having to elude. That was double on Sunday night what you saw.
Yeah, I mean, it can come to light. It can make you feel like, oh, wow, look what an offensive line means.
Yes, exactly.
And that's the part I was going to. I didn't hear Mike's show yesterday or go to the
people were calling Mike,
Well,
and Mike dispelled it too, by the way.
Interesting, because I went in the inverse way. I started thinking about defensive ends yesterday. I mean, the impact that Barrett and JPP have on that defensive line. Yeah, I know Kansas City's line was beat up and missing players and all that. The Eagles need that. They're, like if you look back at Von Miller, he basically won Denver a Super Bowl. Some other teams, the Giants, won their titles.
Rushing four.
Yeah, a pass rush. Man, I miss it.
A pass rush,
and they've been decent. The Eagles' defensive line is decent at it, but they never have that guy.
Yeah, I think didn't they lead the league in sacks last year?
Yeah, they're usually up there.
They didn't have the turnover rate, but I looked at it like, well, they were missing Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, and that became obvious in the Super Bowl. But I didn't see one wide receiver fight for a ball. I mean, that last scramble that Mahomes had, where he ran all over the field and he's falling down and he makes an unbelievable pass. I think it was Damian Williams that hit him in the hands. Yes. And he dropped it. And I'm sitting there going, I feel like I'm watching the Eagles wide receivers right now.
Well, he hit who did he hit in the
Kelce?
Travis Kelce, but he hit Hunt in the eyes.
Yeah, one went right through the guy's hands.
The thing is, I'm not going to knock him for not. He's double covered, and he still hit him He hit him right in the face mask.
They just didn't show up to play.
It was a weird game.
And one of the stats I heard yesterday that it makes you feel so Philadelphia-like: 72-12 dropbacks and was it? I don't know who I was listening to yesterday, but they were saying the defense that Tampa Bay was playing screamed, run the ball, run the ball, and they wouldn't do it.
Well,
How familiar does that sound?
They were in first down, the two safeties, and then back. They were in first down offense that was more than what people approach third down offense against the Chiefs. They would be it in first and second down. And Todd Bowles blitzed the least that he's blitzed in his defensive coordinator career in Tampa.
Wow.
In that game.
Well, it's a lot easier when you have some absolute monsters at linebacker.
That's how the Giants beat them twice.
Yeah.
Right in the
What
Super Bowl.
position?
Hey,
linebacker.
Getting you moving.
You heard of that?
Yeah.
Getting you moving starts with keeping you safe. So no matter what life throws your way, Rothman Orthopedics can help you get past the pain and be what you once were. Visit RothmanOrtho.com.
And where did Devin White go to college?
He was probably SEC school.
Yeah, SEC school.
As I said,
LSU.
I want you shopping the SEC.
LSU.
This is where I can help the Eagles organization.
Yeah, stop thinking
my
so hard.
My favorite team. I can help them out very much.
Yeah, but Five Below has some good products.
No, there isn't an SEC school that I can't make a phone call to that I can get Howie hooked up with, because obviously they don't shop there enough. I know all the SIDs. I can get him down there, whatever he needs.
Yeah.
Does he need whatever he needs? Press box seat? We can arrange it. Because I have no idea why you would choose to shop in the dollar store for groceries when you can shop at one of the best stores. I don't understand it. And you're going to pay the same price. I don't understand it.
Because you can say this steak tastes as good as yours, and I only paid $1.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the diamond in the rough.
I went to Meat and Stuff, and you went to
what, is that a store?
Meat and Stuff.
Is that a store?
It might be.
Sounds like one of your porn websites.
Okay, no, the bi-weekly Welcome Home Dining Tour continues tonight.
Ooh.
And tonight on the tour,
Applebee's.
Ponzio.
Ooh.
I try to avoid chains.
Say hi to my buddy Nick over there. He runs
Nick
the place.
at Ponzio's.
Phenomenal chicken pot pie.
I don't like pot pie.
Oh, well, that's weird. And Anthony Gargano.
It's like stew.
Oh,
there's like stew.
delicious.
It's like liquid.
But
there's liquid
pie
inside.
crust. Yeah,
but
it's
there's
delicious.
liquid inside it.
Anthony Gargano will recommend to you get the snapper soup.
Schnapper soup?
Anthony's still on the menu over there.
He is?
Yeah, I think he's got a Cuzburger.
Yeah.
He's got the Cuzburger? Well, then guess what?
Ponzio's is...
Wait a minute. If I'm going to Ponzio's for dinner, then maybe I need the Cuzburger.
Maybe.
You might have to.
If the Cuzburger's there, I have to order the Cuzburger. I love
let me
Cuz.
check what's on it.
Ponzio's
Ponzio's is literally about 200 yards from where I grew up.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I go take a picture of the homestead?
Yeah, you can.
Give me the address.
Right around the corner.
We'll go take a picture.
Right around
I'll stand in front of Bob's childhood home.
Yeah,
My brother
should.
still lives there. I can
there.
do that.
So basically what I heard is drop Cooney's name and drop Jamie's name and
it'll be all set at
see what
Ponzio's
happens.
tonight.
Nick will double your bill.
Name and you get a burger.
By the way, I go into one of these places and I don't mention name at all. I just walk in and I just...
And they already know.
No, they don't.
They know because of the hair.
No one knows.
Nick's going to be looking out for that silver hair, hair coming
He's
into the
good-looking,
door.
man.
Here comes the silver fox.
All
It
right.
must be Kincade.
We are telling you there's a project we would like to get you involved with after the top of the hour. And it's going to change the perception of the Philadelphia sports fan base forever if we do it right. So let's do it right. Stay tuned. Plus Zach Berman at 8:10. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I hold the Parks Casino Sportsbook app right in my hand. I got to love it. I hold it right in my hand. The Parks Casino Sportsbook app is easy. The in-game betting, ridiculous. I am going to place a wager tonight on the exact score of the Flyers game. I can do that. You can bet exact score outcomes of game. Bet with a name that you trust, the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. I told you, much like going to a local diner, I want to shop locally. So if I'm doing business with a sportsbook app, I want to know that there's a place that I can go if I've got a problem. Parks Casino's right up the street. I was there on Sunday, hanging out with Cuz. We had a great time. And you can get a $500 risk-free bet with using the promo code FANATIC by downloading the app or go to parkscasino.com/PA, and your risk-free bet can be refunded in site credit. I want you to see the website for details. This is Pennsylvania's home team sports betting app. And with the local teams both in action tonight, you got to be all over it. You got to be 21 or older in Pennsylvania. If you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
They're like the family from hell on acid that's on steroids.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
When you're running a business, you don't have time to worry about slow internet or confusing cybersecurity. So get fast, reliable internet from Comcast Business on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. You can add the advanced security of Comcast Business Security Edge to help eliminate threats. And enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing 24/7 support is just a phone call away. It's internet and advanced security made simple, so you can bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business to bounce forward with this amazing offer. Get started with 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge for just $79.99 a month for 24 months with a 3-year agreement. Plus, get a $200 prepaid card when you switch today. Call 1-800-501-6000 to learn more. Offer ends 2/28. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business customers only. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, installation, taxes, and fees extra. Subject to change. New Comcast Business 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Call for details.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
Every player matters, and finding the right person can make all of the difference. After Dwight Howard chose Orlando over New Jersey, the Nets turned their sights to Portland and completed a trade for small forward Gerald Williams. The trade included sending Mamad Okor, Sean Williams, and a first-round pick to Portland. That first-round pick, the 6th overall, turned into Damian Lillard. Lillard went on to win the Rookie of the Year and is a 5-time NBA All-Star.
Build your winning team today. Go to linkedin.com/sports.
As the basketball season rolls along, teams are already identifying the missing pieces they need to make a championship run. If your business needs some fresh new talent, LinkedIn Jobs can help. Post a job with targeted screening questions, and LinkedIn will quickly get your role in front of qualified candidates. Manage job posts and contact candidates from a single view as functions are streamlined onto one simple screen. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/sports. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
Wendy's is dropping the hammer with 2 made-to-order breakfast sandwiches for just $4. So if you've been wronged by pre-made breakfast and their frozen folded eggs and rubbery microwaved bacon, get to Wendy's and get the breakfast you deserve. Like the honey butter chicken biscuit, classic bacon, egg, and cheese, and the classic sausage, egg, and cheese. Choose any 2 of them for just $4. Justice is served. Only at Wendy's. We got you.
Offer valid for a limited time only. Price and participation may vary at U.S. Wendy's. Single item at regular price.
Okay, set it down over there and then go to Bay 5.
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
We need to keep going to finish.
Like Amir's warehouse. To expand capacity, he needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
This week at Macy's, use your coupon or Macy's card and get an extra 20% off just in time for Valentine's Day. Save on top of already great deals like 35 to 55% off dazzling diamonds, gemstones, and more. And sleek handbags and wallets from Kipling, Nine West, Inc., and more top designers. Now 25% off. Plus, Star Money bonus days are going on now. Learn more at Macy's.com/Star Money. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Hey, this is TV personality Eric Bowling with
NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre.
Get out. The NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre?
Yeah, it depends on if you want money or not, or if I owe you.
Well, okay, I'll take it. We're coming together for a new weekly podcast called Bowling with Favre. From sports to politics to finance, culture, nothing is off limits.
Sounds like a little bit of everything. Subscribe now on the Podcast One app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, livebylive.com, and everywhere you get your favorite podcast.
See you then.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades and built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty for a performance like no other. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 straight years. And right now, don't miss out on all the great offers on the entire lineup of Ford trucks. Go to buyfordnow.com, then get to your local Ford store. Best-selling claim based on 1977 to 2020 calendar year total savings.
Listening to this Allstate commercial about savings might be the hardest thing about getting those savings. Save for simply becoming an Allstate customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent for a quote today. Allstate. Minimum effort, maximum reward.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. DriveWise is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Well, the install of your new Anderson 400 series windows is done. They look great. Piece of cake to install. I have them in my own home.
We love them, John.
Beautiful. They really last, so you won't be needing me to fix anything either. This is probably goodbye. Take care.
That was a tough goodbye. Worse than when the kids went to college.
I love our windows, but John was our contractor.
Anderson 400 series are the windows contractors trust most. Learn more at andersonwindows.com. 2020 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors. Visit andersonwindows.com for warranty details.
Guys, Valentine's Day is this Sunday. Are you still looking for a great Valentine gift for your special someone? Then give her the gift of comfort and relaxation this year with Tempting Touch Pajamas, exclusively from Pajamagram.com. Tempting Touch Pajamas will keep her warm and cozy from head to toe while complimenting her every curve. They're made with micro-velvet, a new fabric that's silky smooth and addictively soft. They're irresistible to wear and beg to be touched. She'll slip these on after a long day and start melting away her stress. You'll love them too. Check them out at Pajamagram.com. Best of all, every Pajamagram includes free gift packaging, which means you don't have to wrap a thing. So get her Tempting Touch Pajamas and your free gift packaging today. Just go to pajamagram.com. It's fast, easy, and delivery by Valentine's Day is guaranteed. That's pajamagram.com.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Thank God this is radio, or you'd have to be looking at my face.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Twitch.tv, YouTube, lets you see all of our faces. Well, why is Pat Egan shaking his head?
It's just, I mean, for certain people on the show, it's not a great thing.
It's not. Some of you, I mean, look.
I mean, I think you're gorgeous, but
it's tough. I mean, it's tough. But I mean, I'm thinking one of you guys has a chance to be in the 50 most beautiful Philadelphians at some point.
Okay.
I think
do they even do that?
I don't know. Do they?
No. I don't think so.
There's no article in town that does that. They don't do the 50 most beautiful edition. Bob, how about the most eligible?
Daily News does the sexy singles. Or
how about the most eligible bachelors?
Yeah, they do that
because none of us we're all taken, ladies. Sorry about that. I made both lists.
Hey, wait, Coach is single.
I know what you're having
both
tonight.
lists in my life. You know what I'm having tonight? A tasty item.
The Cuz burger.
What am I having?
You're gonna have the Cuz pretzel burger.
Oh,
at Ponzio's
wait a minute.
tonight.
Tell me what it is.
Well, their custom blend burgers are made of certified Angus beef, short rib, brisket, and chuck. Hell yeah! And the Cuz pretzel burger is topped with crispy jumbo onion rings.
Oh my gosh!
And a white cheese sauce served on a toasted pretzel bun.
Okay, yes.
That's it.
It's a tasty burger.
That's a tasty
item.
It's a tasty item. Cuz loves the tasty item.
I was quoting Pulp Fiction.
Right, guess what? There will be a Cuz burger then. Dinner is served.
That's
Cuz
it.
burger.
You're definitely going with it.
Cuz burger tonight. Well, it's my boy, the Cuz. They got to do that.
Yes.
Hey, the 8 o'clock hour is brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. We want to invite you to be part of a project that we are going to launch here on 97.5 The Fanatic and the John Kincade Show as the charter spot for it. I was looking last night at how many times I was asked to come on as a guest to defend Philadelphia and defend Philadelphia fans. Speak as a Philadelphia fan because of things that went on, like the poop eater at the after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, where the national media loves to glob onto things.
He's now a city councilman.
I want to give you a warning. This week, there is going to be some absolute dork that is going to go on to television or go onto their media feed. I'm burning my Carson Wentz jersey, dude. Yeah, Carson, good luck. Get the hell out of town. You're going to look like an a-hole, and you're going to attempt to make us all look like a-holes. That's not going to work this time around because we can change the narrative. So I present to you the John Kincade Show's plan for Project 11, and it's hashtag Project 11. We will show that Philadelphia can be a much different sports city. I commence. We're going to collect up your Carson Wentz gear that you do not want to keep if you do not want to keep it. We are going to set up a collection for your Carson Wentz gear. We will announce that coming up here where you can turn in your Carson Wentz gear so it will be put to good use. Someone who might need covering for their body. Somebody who would put it to good use. Secondly, we're asking everybody to make a donation of $11. Or if money's tight, maybe it's $1.11. Maybe if money's not so tight, it's $111.11. You get the idea. I want to thank Carson Wentz, guys, for the 11 wins he contributed to the Eagles Super Bowl championship season. His jersey number's 11, hence Project 11. And more importantly, I want to see Carson Wentz's organization, Audience of One, flooded with donations, $1.11, $11, $11.11, whatever combo of 11s you want to use, $111, whatever you want to do, a donation that will make Carson Wentz's foundation have a blow-up of influx of cash to do good deeds as he heads out the door. It doesn't have to be jersey burning. It doesn't have to be screw you on the way out the door. We can be better. And I think this show and this radio station and the fans that listen to this radio station can set the tone. So stay tuned for more details as we go along here on Project 11, and we hope that you will be a part of it. Hashtag Project 11. Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, and the coach, Eric Camille. Bob, we got to change the narrative of the town because I believe that the idiot fringe has always been able to portray this fan base one way, where I believe the vast majority of this fan base does not hang with that crew.
Yeah, no. And the burning jersey, you're right. Even when you say it, it gets on my... Just like say it, not you. But just when people say it, oh, I'm going to burn the jersey.
I'm burning my jersey. You're such a...
it's strange. But this is a great idea. And you came up with this yesterday in our meeting. We came up with it
together as a group.
I mean, great idea. Because, no matter how this plays out, Carson's going to probably get traded. He didn't wrong Philadelphia, I don't think. Like, he's a good person.
Well, he's wronging on the way out the door.
Yeah.
He's leaving a shambles of a salary cap.
Yeah, but it's weird. We read something off the air during the break that somebody said that I don't know where all this came from, but it said that Carson is fine with everybody in the Eagles organization except one person, and that's Howie Roseman. So, he's getting out of here, and is that story that's going to get dropped that you say as soon as he's
it's coming.
Is it going to be that Howie is behind this whole thing, and for Jeffrey Lurie not to see this is maddening everyone in the organization?
Yeah, I'm on the AO1 page right now, getting ready to make my $11 donation.
And I'm going to do, and everybody do it in any combo you want. Olivia and I,
$1.11.
If things are tough,
sure,
$1.11. We're doing. Olivia and I are both going to make the ceremonial donation today of $11.11 just to make it a double 11.
Great.
I'm going to make it on both our accounts, and depending on the reaction that we get on this, I'm going to keep making donations.
Oh, nice.
I'll keep if we see positive momentum with this, then I'll throw another. Just keep throwing another.
I think it was one of our first weeks. If it wasn't, it was in December. I brought it up how jealous of the Bills Mafia I am when it was the Lamar Jackson concussion.
Yeah.
And they flooded his donation box, and I said, that is so cool.
Yes.
I've always been jealous of how they turn their negative sports, stories into positives for somebody's charity. I've always been jealous of them. Now we have an opportunity to do it on our own and help, become new Philadelphia.
Jamie, you brought that up, and it's what brought it to my mind.
Yeah, I love it.
What brought this idea to my mind was we can change the narrative.
Absolutely.
We don't, and we joke, about the Hoagie Mouse. And by the way, we love every one of you Hoagie Mouse. We love you.
We all have small
We are an
degrees.
extension of you. Exactly.
We all love you. But the idea that we can change how this fan base is perceived. Let's make a louder voice be appreciation. And if Carson's foundation has done nothing but good work, he does a great job with it. And by the way, he's being very efficient in funds. I have friends of mine who are involved in that they grade charities for how they use their money. Carson's doing a good job with that.
Yeah, and
so let's show some appreciation.
If you're one of those people that sees the tweet and you kind of roll your eyes and say, "What am I thanking him for?" Just do some good.
Do something
donating
good.
to charity. Even if you were never a Carson Wentz guy, whatever it is, you're doing good by donating the $11 to a charity. It's going to a good cause. It's helping people. So, if you don't skew negative. We tend to be negative in this town. I'm more than anybody. Don't be that guy.
Don't do it on the way out.
I am in.
And by the way, Carson Wentz, 11 wins in the championship season.
Hell yeah. There's no Super Bowl without Carson
Tied to
Wentz.
him.
No.
And
it actually does come out to $11.33, 3% to cover the credit card fees.
So
the foundation doesn't have to. So I'm
there
in.
You go.
First one
you
made.
Got that. But I mean,
good move.
And Olivia is coming to town this week, and she is bringing her Carson Wentz jersey with her. And we are going to set up a collection of Carson Wentz gear.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to see people doing stupid stuff on social media, burning jerseys, things like that.
Don't burn it, you jabronis.
There are people who need to wear clothes covering.
Yes.
And they will take these. And by the way, they are pretty good at keeping you warm.
Oh, yeah. They're nice items.
So we are going, that's a tasty item, as the Cuz would say. So we're getting on board with this, and we'll tell you more about Project 11 in the course of the morning. Let's go to the Comcast Business Hotline, where we bounce forward, where Zach Berman joins us. Zach, we just announced Project 11 on the show. Do you want to be entertained with what we're going to do here?
Sure, let's hear it.
We're announcing Project 11 here on the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. We are trying to change the narrative as Carson heads out of town, where people will donate their used Carson Wentz jerseys, T-shirts, things like that. We're going to have a big collection. Make sure they get to people so they're not burned, so they get to people that need some clothing right now, especially during the winter. And we're going to flood Carson Wentz's foundation with donations. If money's tough, $1.11. You got to keep 11 in something, $11, $111. We're going to flood his foundation with donations so he can continue his good work even when he leaves Philly. Try to change the narrative. Zach, you've seen it all here, right?
I have. I was talking about it the other day. I was in North Dakota in the week after they drafted him. So I've covered his whole career, and frankly, I'm stunned that we're here having this conversation right now.
And that really is. It's a crazy thing. And right now, Zach, I was told, because I have to ask you a first question. By the way, The Athletic, if you don't subscribe to The Athletic, you're missing out. Zach Berman's got tons of stuff that you can always keep on top of. Zach, I believe there are local writers who will be able to tell me everything that went on behind the scenes with Carson Wentz within 24 hours of him announcing when the trade's announced. That there's people waiting to hit send. Am I an idiot on that regard? That there are certain stories that are being held that people will release as soon as the trade goes down. Is that outlandish of me to say something like that?
You can be honest, Zach.
Be honest with me.
Zach, sorry.
I think you're giving me too much credit. I mean, there's clearly things that you hear that you don't necessarily write because you either can't verify it or it's not on the record yet. But also there's not this mountain of evidence that I'm sitting on. I think it's pretty clear that this relationship has deteriorated, but there's a lot that still must be learned and confirmed as far as how and why.
Zach, if you had the choice of going to one of these three and getting the tell-all, being Doug Peterson, Howie Roseman, or Carson Wentz, who do you think would be able to tell you what really happened here the best?
For this specific situation, probably Carson, but it's that expression, that there's my version, your version, and the truth, right? There's sure. Probably something in between the three of them. But I'm fascinated from Carson's perspective how this deteriorated, because the franchise has done so much to build around Carson. He has been the focal point of so much they've done the past 5 years, to the point that from the outside or from a vantage point that's not Carson's, it can be viewed almost as enabling the quarterback, right? Yes. Like he has been the guy here with so many of their decisions, so many of their plans. I understand that some of these picks haven't worked out. Some of these trades and signings have not worked out, but they've been done with Carson in mind. This is not like the early McNabb years when they didn't do enough at wide receiver. They've tried over and over again. It just hasn't worked here.
Zach Berman from The Athletic, what is the greatest myth that you hear fans regurgitate or talk show hosts regurgitate regarding the Carson Wentz era? Because there's probably a lot of things you hear. You're driving around, you go, okay, that's just absolutely not true. Is there anything that you hear people repeat that you think is a falsehood? As far as fans.
I would say, no. That's a good question, and I haven't thought about it in that context. But I would say that the thing I just referenced, that they have not done enough to build around Carson Wentz, right? Like 4 of their last 6 first and second round picks were skill position players. You look at their big acquisitions. They traded forward to Sean Jackson, gave him a big contract. They signed Alshon Jeffrey in 2017, signed Torrey Smith. If you look at what they've spent in terms of dollars and resources, it really hasn't been much on the defensive side as it is on the offensive side. Now, I know the Jalen Hurts pick runs counter to this notion, but when you look at drafting J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Jalen Reagor, Miles Sanders, Dallas Goedert, drafting Andre Dillard to be the left tackle of the future here, their premium picks were made with Carson Wentz in mind.
Zach, what's up, buddy? It's Jamie. So real quick, I want to hit you with a quick hitter. What percentage do you give that Carson Wentz is an Eagle next year, before I ask you the real question?
Very low.
Less than 5?
At this point, it'd be less than 10, yeah.
Okay. So to counter that, do you believe he's easily fixable for whatever team is about to get him? Ultimately, are the Eagles going to regret this trade?
Great question. Yes, I do think that he is fixable. I don't know if it can happen here because there's just so much baggage at this point. I don't know how you can walk it back. That being said, I don't think Carson Wentz has lost his talent. And I think that's part of the shame here is that there's an organizational failure in the sense that it reached this point, that they've made the investment that they did, both in terms of trading 5 picks to acquire him, giving him the biggest deal in franchise history, and then be on the verge of trading him 20 months later. That there's no way to rationalize how that happened, and it's not as if you're doing it because the alternative is clearly better. If I had to be pinned against the wall right now and say which quarterback you think will be better over the next 5 years, Carson Wentz or Jalen Hurts, I would frankly say Carson Wentz. I just don't know if it can be achieved here at this point based on the baggage involved.
Zach, are you a believer when the story truly comes out and we get the whole fixation on what happened in the Carson Wentz story? Is Carson looked upon as a hero, a villain, or somewhere in the middle?
No, probably somewhere in the middle. I mean, 5 years he has not started in a playoff game that they won, right? So that he's not he's not the great quarterback in franchise history like I think they imagined 5 years ago and frankly 20 months ago when they gave him that contract. Now he's had a lot of great moments here in that 2017 season. You can't take that away. He was on the verge of winning an MVP in year 2. He's had really good moments in 2018, 2019. I don't think it's black and white here. It's very much in the middle. Now, he's also partly responsible for what has happened since, right? There's so much you can scout. There's so much you can plan for. You don't know how someone's going to handle these situations until they're in it, whether it's Nick Foles winning the Super Bowl, whether it's different dynamics in the locker room, whether it's coaching staff changes, the pick of Jalen Hurts. There are so many factors here that you just can't prepare for, and how he responds to them is a lot on him. So I think when you look back at it, it's a very human story. It's not the hero or the villain. He was a human. There were humans involved, and there were a lot of dynamics here at play.
Zach, you used the term organizational failure, and you said that Carson deserves some of the blame. Who do you lay most of the blame at for this organizational failure right now?
Yeah, so I wouldn't put it on one person because I think certainly management has something to do with this, and in terms of the environment that was created. The coaching staff, and that's obviously Doug was in charge, but then there were assistants in place, and then Carson, because Carson was a big part of this. So I think the blame and the responsibility can be scattered around, but the reason I use the organizational failure term is like, for instance, if they trade Zach Ertz or Zach Ertz gets released this offseason, that's not one of those things where you look at it and you say, how did it reach this point? That's one of those things where you say, both sides can say this was a great 8 years. Thank you for the memories, that kind of thing, right? If you trade Carson Wentz at age 28, and after what they've done to get him here and to keep him here, there's no way you can rationalize it. It's not like trading Alex Smith when you have Patrick Mahomes waiting in the wings. Frankly, it's not even like trading Jared Goff when you're sitting there saying we clearly need an upgrade at quarterback to win the Super Bowl. It's a situation. It happened because both sides reached this point, not even by choice. So that's why I use the organizational failure term, because it's not on one person. It's around it's all of them.
Underdogs was a great read about the Super Bowl run. You better be writing a book about this whole soap opera. You better. I mean, I better be hearing that one's in progress. So we appreciate you making time for us this morning, Zach.
Anytime, and congratulations on the show.
Thank you, buddy.
Coming on.
Good to have Zach Berman on the show. Hey, if you're driving less, you could be saving more on car insurance. Save money with pay-per-mile insurance from Allstate. Call a local Allstate agent and get a quote today. Are there really people that don't have a subscription to The Athletic?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Really?
I love it.
Who is it? Who was it around here the other day that gets it from their friend? That gets the email from their friend with articles? Somebody around here.
Wait, what happened?
It might be Connor. Connor gets his friend emails him articles. I'm like, Connor, that sucks.
Bucking the system. That's good hustle.
In fact, no, I'm going to wait till the next time that one of those deals comes through and I'm signing Connor up.
Yeah.
You got your question answered.
All right, hashtag Project 11. Hashtag Project 11. We'll tell you more about it. Plus, we'll react to what Zach Berman just shared with us here on the John Kincade Show. A reminder, Flyers Caps tonight at 6, Sixers Kings tonight at 10. Both of the games right here on the Fanatic. And we've got news that the Flyers will have 2 days off this week, unscheduled.
Yeah.
As the Devils are now into protocol. The Devils!
We're going to go 2 weeks without playing a hockey game.
The Devils! They're in it too, so. Plus lots of Sixers hoops and more coming up. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I love my T-Mobile phone. I've told you about it, that the phone to me is function. The phone to me is a lifeline. Every day before the show starts, I'm sending my daughter a video. I am out and about exploring all new areas of the city, some of the places I've never been before. So I need to be able to use navigation apps. And maybe once in a while, I like to put a few dollars down on some sporting events. You know, you need a phone that can do so many things for you, but you need a reliable network. And when T-Mobile and Sprint merged, game over. It was the best network in town. There's no question about it. And I've been a T-Mobile customer since day one of them as a company. They actually acquired me as a customer. But you know what they did? They never lost me as a customer. Why? Because I never had to jump on every Sunday afternoon when I see this wireless ad or that wireless ad. Look at the great deal you can get. We'll even throw you 2 phones. You know why they're throwing me 2 phones? Because of the fact that they've got crappy networks. I know I've got my T-Mobile phone, and I know that I've got a great company behind me, great rates, and I know I've got spectacular customer service. Join T-Mobile today. Go to T-Mobile.com or stop in one of their locations all over Philadelphia and tell them that John Kincade sent you. I want a reminder that their coverage is not available in some areas.
The John Kincade Show. Wow, getting drunk in the morning on 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Simmons with a steal. Simmons down the lane. Oh, yeah. Right down Broad Street with a 2-hand jam.
Sixers Kings tonight at 10 on your home for 76ers basketball. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Sixers basketball is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
Stop getting ripped off. Just stop it. Don't let it happen to you. Stop getting ripped off. Stop getting fooled. Hi, I'm Steven Singer, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. Why am I so hated? Because we expose other jewelers that overcharge and underdeliver, and especially other websites. Let's face it, any idiot with a laptop can start a website. Doesn't matter if they lie to you, don't deliver what they promise, they mislead you, or just plain rip you off. Here's what I'm talking about. The only place you can find an authentic, real, long-stem, 24-karat Steven Singer roses is at, well, Steven Singer Jewelers. That's it. We are real jewelers who only have real jewelry, real diamonds, and real 24-karat gold dip roses. Don't fall for copycats. You're just too smart for that. There's only one place that has one price and the world's best guarantees and fast and free shipping. It's at IHateStevenSinger.com. Here is the real deal from a real jeweler. Steven Singer Jewelers is the only jeweler in America that's been featured in the Wall Street Journal, been interviewed on Bloomberg's American Dream, won the Chamber of Commerce Small Business of the Year Award, and more importantly to you, it's the only place you can find authentic, real, long-stem American Beauty roses. lavishly and deeply dipped in pure 24-karat gold. A gift that'll really last forever, just like your love. So go to the most hated jeweler in America to get one of America's most loved gifts. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Free shipping, free custom love note from you. Magnificent gift packaging, and it all starts at just $59. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven Singer Jewelers. One place, one price.
What do you want to da-da-da? What do y'all want to da-da-da? I have no idea what to da-da-da. We could switch to Progressive da. Oh, yeah? We could switch to Progressive and sa. Okay. We could sa and have to buy some za. Oh, yeah. Let's switch to Progressive da and get some za with the money we saw. Yeah. Now we know we're going to da-da-da.
These days, nothing is normal and everything is weird. But you could still save big when you switch to Progressive. It might just be the most normal thing you da-da-da.
Quote to da at Progressive.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
It's time for some straight talk. Your tax return could look different this year, but you're still going to hear a lot of noise about how to spend it. So when the big carriers tell you to splurge on the latest nonsense, just tune it out. With Straight Talk, you can get a Samsung Galaxy A51 for just $199. Plus, get the $45 unlimited talk, text, and data plan with no contract on America's best networks for up to 50% less. Tune out the nonsense and tune in to Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
Anything can happen in a game, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't bet with confidence. I'm Derek Gunn, and BetMGM invites new customers to experience their favorite sports like never before with a risk-free first bet up to $600. Just sign up using bonus code DGUN100, place your first wager, and get your stake back up to $600 in free bets if you lose. The fearlessness doesn't stop there. Enjoy BetMGM's innovative parlay selection features, live betting options, daily boosted odds specials, and much more. Download the BetMGM app or go to BetMGM.com and enter bonus code DGUN100 to get back up to $600 in free bets on your first wager. Bet confidently on basketball, hockey, and all of the sports action at BetMGM, the king of sports books. BetMGM Sports in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 or older. Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
As the basketball season rolls along, teams are already identifying the missing pieces they need to make a championship run. If your business needs some fresh new talent, LinkedIn Jobs can help. Post a job with targeted screening questions, and LinkedIn will quickly get your role in front of qualified candidates. Manage job posts and contact candidates from a single view as functions are streamlined onto one simple screen. Post a job for free at LinkedIn.com/sports. That's LinkedIn.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
In choosing the law firm to represent you, pick a firm that's been around a long time. I've seen so many come and go. And pick a firm with the financial strength to give you the best chance to be fully compensated. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Whether it's a car crash case or an insurance dispute, you need a firm which can match the other side dollar for dollar. Let us fight for you. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. Dial pound law on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Offices, Philadelphia.
The crawl space under your home is a breeding ground for moisture and mold. If water invades your crawl space, it could cause damage to your home's foundation and overall structure. If you struggle with moisture and water in your home's crawl space, you need to call the experts. DryTech Waterproofing Solutions is the leader in waterproofing. They offer free consultations and foundation assessments. Mention Miscellaneous, get 15% off. Fanatic listeners get 15% off when you mention this ad. Visit DryTechCorp.com. DryTech Waterproofing Solutions. Protect your investment.
Why would I quit my 9 to 5 to start a 9 to who knows when gaming company? Or eat pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Oh, I gotta get that. How could my favorite tech be an app that helps run my business? No offense, smartphone. None taken. Or fill my garage with enough servers to power a small country? It's because I wanted to make it big in gaming. And QuickBooks suite of tools helped me get there.
Intuit QuickBooks helps small businesses be more successful. Learn more at QuickBooks.com.
If you're waiting for a liver transplant, you need to know that the best outcomes happen when you go in healthier, stronger, sooner. That's why the Penn Medicine Transplant Institute is doing everything possible to shorten your wait time and improve your outcomes, like offering options such as living donor liver transplantation, which uses part of a liver donated by a healthy adult. This decreases wait time, increases survival, and improves quality of life after transplant. Leading the way for over 50 years, Penn Medicine Transplant Institute performs the most liver transplants in our region, delivers outcomes that consistently exceed national averages, and with a specialized, dedicated team supporting you in every way, is completely transforming the liver transplant experience. It's another reason why your life is worth Penn Medicine. Learn more at pennmedicine.org/liver transplant or call 800-789-PENN.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
There is nothing bougie about this show. Look, I'm the only guy in here from Delco.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Holy moly. 8 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show here on the 97.5 The Fanatic.
Jambalaya is really paying dividends now, huh?
How was it? Oh, by the way, I get home yesterday.
How
Donna's
was it?
like,
I can almost get a waff of it again.
Donna's like, where's the container? I said, oh, Jamie threw it out.
My bad, Donna.
So we've already learned that John Kincade actually machine washes it.
Yeah.
Puts
I know.
it through
John's
the washer.
such
Well,
a
that
good
looked like
dude.
one of the takeout, like that you get to go. So I thought
So that's all we can afford right now, Jamie.
No, John's
Saving
just,
up for a house.
John's just desperate for more. I'm not going to tell you that I'm not going to tell you the email, Bob, especially this morning. I don't want to share with you the email that came in this morning, but this email did come in this morning. Yeah, I'm going to hold it up for Bob.
Through the plexiglass. There you go.
Just read the top there of the thing.
Congrats, your loan has been approved.
So yes, our construction loan is approved.
Jamie doesn't know about loans.
So
He bought his house with cash.
Yeah,
Straight cash,
so there
homie.
it is, straight cash, homie. So there you
wish.
go.
That'd be cool.
there we go.
He rummaged in his sofa for it.
All right, I want to say hello to
Open a window in
Sammy,
here.
to Vance, to Tim, that are all on YouTube this morning. YouTube TV, make sure you're watching that, 97.5 The Fanatic. And by the way, if you missed something on the show in the morning and you want to go back, you can go back and watch it on YouTube at night. And if I have a particular segment that I think we sucked in, I go back and watch it again and see if we sucked.
Do you check for Tony Romo pee stains on your pants occasionally?
I do not.
Wait, what?
Tony
You didn't
Romo,
see this?
Tony Romo,
During the Super Bowl?
He
Yes.
didn't shake well enough at halftime.
he didn't shake well enough at halftime, and he had the pee.
I didn't see that, no.
Oh, yeah.
He had the big pee stain.
Big pee stain.
And it's a definite pee stain.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
And then check it out. Why does
Thing
this
is, though-
excite me? Look at it. I'm like a little kid.
Yeah.
Really?
But here's what I do not understand.
I'm turning into Jamie.
Why is Tony Romo, and don't at me here.
Oh, no.
You're doing the Super Bowl on CBS. You're making $15 million a year? You're making $15 million a year. The only reason you're wearing khakis is it's shtick. It's the only reason you're wearing khakis. Oh, I'm a country boy. Relax, I'm wearing khakis. Put some slacks on.
Yeah, and they're dark and they cover up pee stains.
Put some slacks on. You're doing the freaking Super Bowl. It's not casual Friday in the office. I mean, it's a big pee stain.
Big pee stain.
That's a big pee stain.
Yeah.
You think Jim Nance is wearing khakis?
on my leg and tell me it's raining.
Yeah. You think Jim Nance is ever wearing khakis?
No.
To do a broadcast of a major event like that?
No.
Jim Nance is wearing slacks. You don't have to wear a suit. You can wear slacks and a sport coat. You can wear whatever it is. Don't wear the freaking khakis. Because like with Jim Harbaugh, it's a total shtick.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh, it's my thing. Look, everybody knows I wear $8 khakis. I'm the everyman.
Yeah.
And you ever see the Everyman's Estate up in Ann Arbor?
It's
you ever see where he
Jamie's.
lives?
It's Jamie's pool house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. You ever see where he lives? The Everyman, Jim Harbaugh.
That really gets up your craw.
Because it's a shtick.
But like the whole the clothes thing, it gets up your craw.
Shtick gets in my craw. When people are trying to, hey, I'm going to portray I'm the everyman. I'm Jim Harbaugh. I wear $8 khakis. Yet my house, I live like a freaking Kardashian. Because you see, but that's because that's not the shtick.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that because if he's
you don't
comfortable
do the
in it.
Super Bowl in khakis.
Why?
Pat, seriously.
That's what I mean. Like the sanctity of grown men smashing into each other in the Super Bowl.
No,
like,
you're doing a national television
we're not
broadcast.
talking about like Meet the Press.
You're doing a national television broadcast. It's not a radio broadcast. You dress some sort. You show some sort of level of respect. Believe me.
Yeah. I didn't. I thought I swear to God, I commented on this, believe it or not, I thought his suit jacket was too tight.
It was terrible.
He didn't look good. He looked unkempt, was exactly the word that I used on Super Bowl
I think
Sunday.
the suit jacket fit him before COVID.
Yeah, before he got fat.
Look, everybody's
did Tony plump it up a little bit?
Everybody's put on a few pounds in COVID. I think most people. Tony does not. His sport coat obviously fit him before COVID. That suit coat did not fit him.
No,
it didn't fit him.
Didn't.
He could not have buttoned it and made it look comfortable.
And then Jim's was too big.
Jim's looked big.
Jim looked like he was wearing like an extra long
burnt toast.
Yeah, it was a shame. They just didn't look. I agree with you. And look, it's a little thing. Who cares? They're only announcing a game. But
look, as slack as we get as a society, the slacker we get when you're. And I heard from the pajama contingent yesterday.
Oh yeah.
If I let my teenagers go out of the house in pajamas, what do you care about it? What is it? They're my children. I heard from the guy. I said, you can do anything you want with your children, but guess what? I have the right to call it out and say you don't wear pajamas out in public. To restaurants.
No.
Where you're sitting there. In there. By the way, I heard from a doctor yesterday. Let me see here. We got lots of doctors listen to the show, by the way.
We're a very educated show.
Dennis.
This is a house of learned doctors.
Dennis is a doctor, and he said, Jamie made a brilliant point today. It is gross to wear pajamas outside of the house.
See?
In a public place where you're sharing seats that someone else will be sitting in.
I'm basically a doctor.
And it is not like wearing jeans.
That's exactly what I thought, Jamie.
He says pajamas would transfer. He says, as a doctor of infectious medicine, I can tell you that pajamas would spread more of your matter.
Yes.
Skin cells, things like that, to 10 times what a pair of jeans would.
Thank you, Doc.
So Dennis Dennis listens from 7. What time? He's listening right now.
Thank you, Dennis, for backing me up.
Sounds like a quack.
It's Dr. Dennis to you.
Doctor.
No,
I'm kidding.
what?
I'm kidding.
You shed skin when you sleep, and then it just gets trapped in your pajamas.
The amount of he says it is gross.
Thank you.
You
Flat
don't
out
shed skin when
gross.
you're awake?
Not as much.
But he also said jeans that you would wearing pajamas out in public. When you sit down on chairs and things like that, it would be 10 times more hygienic to wear a pair of jeans than to wear pajamas.
Absolutely.
Oof.
I'm the official doctor of the morning show now.
Especially if you get a little
I'm
bit
going to
of
call
that.
you Dr. PJs.
You got a little case of that swamp stuff going on, too. Hey, make your Valentine's Day extra special.
Nothing says Valentine's Day like swamp stuff.
Swamp people.
Go ahead,
Bob
sell
liked
it.
the swamp
Love
people.
swamp
Bob
people.
loves swamp people.
Oh, I love it.
Jamie had a different term. Make her Valentine's Day extra special. Guys, it's Tuesday. Valentine's Day Sunday.
I just got the text from my wife this morning. She said, Valentine's Day is Sunday. And I said,
She had to remind you?
Are you kidding me? I've been planning for this for a month.
Hey, the
I got
gifting
nothing.
dudes.
I got nothing either.
Go to
I've
the
already taken care of it.
giftingdudes.com and enter promo code Fanatic for 15% off your order. And by the way, can I just give and I love our fine, supermarket establishments in town. Guys, she knows supermarket flowers.
Oh, absolutely. I bought some tulips at the supermarket yesterday.
Well, that's different.
Those were
a
just like
random
the weekly.
Monday,
Yeah.
bring them home, love you. That's awesome.
Hey, my mother-in-law makes those flowers.
That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome.
They're nice.
But she knows.
But she knows when it's coming from a flower store.
If it's a Valentine's Day, you can go a little bit of the extra mile. Now, wait a minute here. We're going to get to meet this caller later on this year. I go to Chuck from Las Vegas. Chuck, I don't even know who you are. Are you in Las Vegas on vacation, or are you a big Fanatic listener on the app?
Oh yeah, no, I'm out here full time, man. But you guys keep me up to date with what's going on. I'm always calling.
We're coming out this fall. We're bringing the show out for when the Eagles play the Raiders. We're coming out to Vegas.
Well,
will be there.
We'll have a good time.
We're gonna have a good time with Chuck from Vegas, baby. Chuck will be. What's going on this morning, buddy?
Man, to be honest, that sounds awesome, but I'm honestly just kind of bummed about everything going on, birds wise. I'd be okay with just blowing this thing up and just having a total reset. In the NFL, you can rebuild quickly, you can get good quickly, but with Howie Roseman outlasting everyone, like my passion for this team is just it's just not there right now.
Okay, and it will be by the fall when we see you out in Vegas, Chuck. But here's what I would say is it would be like to me if one of the local television news stations was literally at the bottom of the ratings year after year after year. So they fired the weather person, they fired the traffic person, they fired everybody else, and they kept the anchorman that prevailed over the worst ratings consistently in town. That would be strange to me. That'd be really strange. And that's sort of what it says to me when you're keeping Howie Roseman. Because his fingerprints, this team right now, this roster, his fingerprints are, number one, 70% of this roster would be the crime scene is his fingerprints.
Absolutely.
Doug Peterson had input to it. Jeffrey Lurie, obviously, according to some people, had input to it. And I don't know if that's Howie misdirection. Telling people, Mr. Lurie has a heavy hand. And decide. Could you put that past Howie?
No, he's Littlefinger. Whatever it takes for him to survive, he'll do.
You put it past that. Then he'd have something to say about that.
Yeah, that's why I asked Zach, who do you lay the blame at the most of all this? And, he did the politically correct thing, saying everybody deserves a little piece of it.
I mean, he's right in that.
And he is right about that.
But somebody gets a bigger piece of the pie than the others.
Yeah, and it's got to be Howie gets the biggest piece, right?
As we saw yesterday with the jambalaya, that would be Jamie Lynch.
Yes,
going to always get the biggest piece of the pie.
That was good.
Be the one.
He tried to do the same thing with the cookies. He tried to put a spoon in there, but
he did.
Smacked his hand away.
In the linchpin, Sixers. Are you listening?
This is the linchpin.
Does Kyle Lowry or Lou Williams put this team over the top? Is the ultimate question. Because according to NBA insiders yesterday, Kyle Lowry is going to be made available. Toronto is struggling. And unfortunate for them, they're playing down in Tampa. It's really quite weird.
It's hard for them.
Yeah, that's got to be tough. Is going to be made available. And it appears they're ready to turn the page on their championship chapter of their organization. And Kyle Lowry is probably him, Tracy McGrady, or Vince Carter, greatest Raptor ever. He's going to be on the trade block. He's from North Philadelphia. Obviously, everybody knows that. Lou Williams, Doc Rivers, knows Lou very well, probably has a fondness for him. Both players could be available. The question is, Kyle will definitely cost you more than Lou. Are either of these worth pursuing? Do they put you over the top?
If Kyle Lowry is on the block, I absolutely am pursuing. But you've got nothing to be able to outbid people for Kyle Lowry.
Oh, I disagree.
So every team in the NBA has a chance to get Kyle Lowry. So you got 29 other franchises. Tell me that the Sixers have more pieces to be able to get Kyle Lowry than other teams, Pat.
Future first-round picks, future second-round picks.
Every team has.
Every team does.
You're
right. Every team does.
So how do the Sixers have a better package, Dover? Because they're going to need players.
But I don't think they have a worse package.
I do.
I don't think that there's going to be a massive market.
You know why?
For an aging guard.
You know why they do? Because their first-round picks and second-round picks are going to suck.
Yeah.
Compared to other franchises who will actually offer for Kyle Lowry that they will be picking towards the top of the first round and top of the second round.
Who?
Any one of a franchise.
But the teams that are buying Kyle Lowry are all going to have crappy picks.
I don't believe
because
that.
they're all going to be contenders.
I kind of think that contenders will be the teams that will go after Kyle Lowry.
But it doesn't have to be contender. It doesn't have to be teams that are all Lakers, those type of teams that are going to get him.
Not all, but I don't think like an Atlanta Hawks. I don't think it's bottom.
I disagree.
Not a bottom dweller.
No, but like Indiana Pacers, somebody like that.
I disagree with you completely on the Hawks.
No,
there are teams that want. I can promise you this: Atlanta wants to make the playoffs so bad this year, and there are franchises who just want to make the playoffs. They want to have a playoff run.
That's funny.
They want to show.
That's why the process happened.
They want to show their fans that hey, we're in it. We're in the mix. Or there are teams that want to go from an 8 seed to a 6 seed. That I think would love and have he'd be a piece for what? 4 more? How many more years?
He's 34, almost 35.
3 more years, maybe?
2 or 3, he'll be 35 in March.
3 more years?
2, 3.
Maybe 2 or 3?
Yeah. You know what could come in big into play in this too, John?
What's that?
He's a free agent after this year.
He's so well.
He is expiring.
That is huge.
Yeah,
that is
he's
huge.
so well respected in Toronto, having been up there a lot during his career.
He's like Mr. Raptor almost.
They may give him what he wants to do and take lesser back just to give him what he wants. It wouldn't surprise me if he really wants to come here.
The pride of Cardinal Doherty.
Who's the better fit? Because Lou's going to be cheaper.
You can't go wrong with either ones in my mind.
But, like, are you doing a disservice to Shake Milton by getting Lou? And I understand how that sounds.
Right.
I don't care about that at all.
Yeah, right.
I don't care about that at all, especially expiring contracts.
Does he, Lou, I got to look up as far as what his deal is, but does Lou Williams replacing, say, a Shake Milton put you over the top?
I don't think I don't think you can take Shake Milton off the floor. No, I don't. I mean, you can add.
But he would be the sixth man, really, right?
Too. Yeah, well, I think Lou Williams though, is the much better fit because he's coming off the bench.
He's also an expiring contract.
And it's much cheaper to acquire Lou
$8 million compared to $30 million.
I would imagine both players want to come back. I mean, Kyle because he's from here, Lou because he started his career here, but Lou also because he'd be reunited with Doc Rivers, who Lou says saw something in him that no other coach saw and made him the sixth man of the year. And having Lou Williams come off your bench, that's...
it would help a lot.
Yeah.
I think Lou Williams, you could make the case that for this team...
Better fit.
The fit would be better Lou Williams.
I don't think it's a question.
Plus less to acquire.
Yeah. That second unit, you put a point guard there. Now, the thing is, you can't put you could put a Kyle Lowry on the floor with a Ben Simmons, and then you put a Seth Curry to the bench.
That was my next question. What do you do with Ben if Kyle's here?
Yeah, Lowry is such a bulldog. We talk often about who's going to finish a game for you and things like that. Mm-hmm. Kyle Lowry will find a way to finish a game for you, whether it's him or somebody else. So either one of them, I say, yeah.
So you think both players put you over the top?
I think either player would make you a lot better. Yes, I don't know about over the top.
Well, if you're the number one seed now and you get better, in theory.
I'll tell you this. When are you delivering Lou Williams to town? If Lou Williams is here to play the second half of this regular season, you get him earlier because the trade deadline's still 6 weeks away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you get him earlier than later, I think you can secure the number one pick.
I'll tell you what.
The number one spot.
Either one of those guys makes you a tier 1 team in my book.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, now, we haven't brought this up, but the relationship between Ben Simmons and Kyle Lowry has never been strong. Is that a concern to anybody? I mean, they've gotten into it on the court. You'd think that, okay, you can put that aside and be teammates and, all's forgiven, but does that concern anybody? I mean, they've literally wanted to fight each other before.
No, I got to tell you, is if you're a grown man and you think you have a chance to win a championship,
doesn't matter.
Suck it up, Buttercup. I don't want it around my team.
Rob Manoff tweets in and he says, Lowry's an expiring contract. The team has to give up $23 million in salary plus picks for a rental player. Boston, Milwaukee, Clippers, and Lakers have already traded a bleep ton of their picks. The Heat are a real possibility, though.
And the Heat, with a couple years that they could bring him in and keep him around with that team.
Yeah.
I think with that team.
You have a shorter window there than you do here.
And that's a window of opportunity that they think that they've got. They've been disappointing, huh?
Yeah, well, Jimmy Butler missed 3 weeks. A lot of time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
we'll see. It's going to be interesting, though.
Interesting.
I just love that we have Daryl Morey in the seat.
You're always in play.
And you're not going to overpay.
Here's what I was told. Sean Salisbury was saying about Daryl Morey. Is that and doing radio down there? He said the art of it, too, is that you never know what Morey's going to do.
No.
Because you're not going to see it telegraphed.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be some move that we probably don't talk about on Sports Talk Radio.
Yeah, he's a ninja. He moves in the shadows.
He's the magic man. Now you see it. Now you don't.
Correct.
He scares the hell out of other GMs in the league. And I know one other one.
Right?
I know one other one that through my dealings, and that's Danny Ainge. Scares the hell out of GMs because you don't know.
And they're going to make people look bad.
Good.
So
I love having that guy on our team.
And he's hungry, too, because he wants to win a championship.
Yes.
I mean, he came here, everyone does, to win a championship, but he failed in Houston. He wants to win one badly.
And him and his wife, big General Hospital fans.
I'm out.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow.
Big General Hospital
That show sucks anymore.
He had a hilarious tweet the other day. Did you
It's
see
not
what
that
he
big.
did? He went to the Total Landscaping or the Four Seasons Landscaping, and he said, "We actually beat the Trailblazers last night. Stop the count."
See?
That was a pretty good tweet.
His personality has completely won me over.
He's got a good one.
Well, he knows how to help market his product.
Yes, he does.
It's slightly better than Brian Colangelo.
I think slightly better.
Hey,
collars too. A little different.
Find a new slant.
Babs had a great Twitter game.
Little different.
Are we still believing it was Babs?
You know what though? That is. Pat Egan, thank you.
Yeah, because I never, I mean.
Pat, by the way, I 0.0.
Yes, I agree.
Ever believed that it was Colangelo's wife.
I agree with you.
Absolute 0.0% ever
Totally
believed
agree.
it. But I was shocked at the amount of people who bought that. Who bought that explanation and believed it.
I came home and showed the story to my wife and said, you see this kind of loyalty? You see this? You see what she was willing to do for her man? I want the same.
Get in that comment section and defend my honor.
You do not want Christina.
Jump on the grenade.
I would just warn people. You do not want Christina. You don't want Christina against you.
Is she on Twitter?
No, I don't. I believe she is under veiled. She's
okay.
veiled.
You don't want to make an enemy out of me.
She is. She's not to be trifled
She'll
with.
cut you.
Oh yeah, she's Jamaican, for God's sakes. Not to just cast aspersions, but she's. I would tell you, is that don't mess with her. Don't mess with her. And the weird thing is, she could think I'm the biggest idiot in the room.
And she'll still defend you.
I'm sure she does.
She knows. She'll defend me publicly.
Well, she hasn't met me yet.
She'll defend me publicly.
Yeah, wait till she gets in the room with all of us.
And then she literally will tell me, that you were idiotic. Why did I?
You're going to look like a Rhodes Scholar around us.
Exactly.
The army of idiots that you're leaving here, bud.
All I would tell you is right now, through the power of YouTube and the app, she's just taking notes. And she's going to spend a lot of time here in the summer.
She's going to have a whole
So
docket on each of us.
I would just.
On March 11th, Jamie, you said this.
I would just warn you, she not to be messed with. She says, what do they say? She's little, but she's mighty. Isn't that the thing? With
yeah.
Oh, what a loser!
That's what she's going to say to us.
She's Jamaican and Colombian. How about that? So, because Jamaican isn't really a thing. She's Colombian, and she's born in Jamaica. So she is a. Let's just say she's tough.
She'll kick your ass.
She's tough. She is very, very tough. By the way, we got a good quick mention, Bob, real quick. John Chaney laid to rest yesterday.
Yeah.
And Coach Chaney and Dawn Staley with that beautiful.
That was so cool.
Beautiful tribute last night.
So cool.
Yeah. That is beautiful. And Dawn constantly talks about the effect that John Chaney had on her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dawn Staley becoming one of the greats is just.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
It was funny. When I was texting Kyle, who goes to South Carolina last night, and he asked me about Dawn Staley. He goes, "Oh, is she really from Philly?" And I'm like, I felt like smacking my head,
yeah, but it's all right.
No. So I gave him a little tutorial on
what
Dawn
high
Staley.
school was she?
Dobbins, I believe.
Oh, yeah,
Dobbins,
you're
yes.
right. You're right.
We got a lot coming up in the final hour of the show. Remember Project 11? Get it trending. Hashtag Project 11. If you can get involved in our pursuit, we will try to change the fan narrative a bit coming up. In the final hour of the show, is this an exam or is it just a road trip? The John Kincade Show, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now, you guys know this because you watch sports. Anything can happen in a game, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't bet with confidence. And that's what BetMGM is trying to instill to everybody. And they're inviting new customers to experience their favorite sport, no matter what the sport. They have it all. They're experiencing their favorite sport like never before with a risk-free first bet up to $600. Just sign up using bonus code PatEgan600. Place your first wager, and you get your stake back up to $600 in free bets if you lose. The fearlessness doesn't stop there. Enjoy BetMGM's innovative parlay selection features. I will be using it heavily tonight during the Sixers game, but they also have live betting options, daily boosted odds specials, and much, much more. So this is what you got to do. You got to download the BetMGM app, or you can go to BetMGM.com. And when you do, they're going to ask you for a bonus code. That's when you type in PatEgan600, and you'll get back up to $600 in free bets on your first wager. So do what I've been doing all year long. Bet confidently on basketball, hockey, MMA, football, doesn't matter the sport. Bet confidently at BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. BetMGM Sports in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown. Visit BetMGM for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older. Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
God, I am so sick of this crap.
Is this the show?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey, it's John Kincade for my friends at Window Nation. You know, it's home show season, which is when homeowners love it because they get a great way to see home improvement ideas and save on new projects. But unfortunately, most home shows were canceled, which means homeowners won't get that opportunity, and remodeling companies who count on home shows to jumpstart their business this year lost out on a lot. That's why Window Nation is announcing their first ever virtual home show offer with savings that you're only going to see once this year. Call now, and for a limited time, get 2 free windows with every 2 you buy. There is no limit, plus no down payment, no payments at all, and no interest for 24 months. Save thousands just on this alone. With over 1 million windows installed and an A-plus Better Business Bureau rating, no one is more qualified to install your new windows. But hurry. This buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and pay nothing for 2 full years offer is for a limited time. As a special home show bonus, get a Nest thermostat with a house of windows, so call today. 866-90Nation or online at windownation.com and tell them John Kincade sent.
Hey, it's Cuz. Now that football's over, spring training baseball is right around the corner. Even if it doesn't start on time, you don't have an excuse not to start your spring training. That's right. You can get yourself back into game shape by spring. It only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds with NJ Diet. NJ Diet's program starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, blood work. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet and workout regimen to help you keep it off. With NJ Diet, you're not going to feel hungry. You will be fully monitored to make sure you are burning that toxic fat and not just losing water. You'll also get the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet has locations nearby in Cherry Hill and Princeton. More comfortable at home? NJ Diet available nationwide with live online video consultations. Call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Or go to NJDiet.com and lose the weight for good. That's NJDiet.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, where we've got more ways to get what you need fast and take care of that fall tune-up. With our free same-day store pickup, you can order online and pick it up today at your local AutoZone. Or we can bring it to you with our free next-day delivery. Just order on AutoZone.com by 10 p.m. and we'll have it at your front door the next day. Getting your job done just got easier. Free next-day delivery on eligible orders. Restrictions at AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, with 24/7 support and experienced staff at over 250 local branches. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're a first-time buyer, finding your first real home can feel like this.
Hot property. Not going to last long. Multiple offers. 30 or fixed. We need earnest money.
But a realtor has the expertise to strip away all the noise and focus on what really matters to you.
You're going to love this place. Great neighborhood. School is walkable. It even has a huge yard so Henry can practice his penalty kicks.
Finding the right place starts with you and a realtor with the expertise to make sure your voice is the only voice that matters. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
Okay, class, let's bump it up to 9.
Come on, Limu, keep pedaling. We got to build our endurance to let more people know that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Pick up the pace, bird legs.
Hey, don't talk to Limu like that.
I'm not, I'm talking to you.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Get a customized quote at libertymutual.com.
Quarterback Patrick Mahomes for Hellsberg Diamonds.
Okay, the clock's ticking and you still need a gift, but you're not sure where to start. Believe me, I've been there. So here's the game plan. Get to Hellsberg Diamonds, where they have stunning jewelry at great prices and all the no-pressure advice you need to bring home a W. You've got this. Now get out there and win Valentine's Day.
Gift a half-carat total weight diamond heart pendant in your choice of white, yellow, or rose gold for just $299.99. A savings of $500. Valentine's Day is Sunday, February 14th.
Hey, it's Mike Miscellaneous here for Landis Block and Concrete. There is nothing like having a beautiful backyard. Think of how many things you can do with it. You can sit outside on a nice little patio, have a nice glass of wine, have a few friends over to cook on your Landis Block outdoor kitchen. Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with Landis Block. They're the resource center for all outdoor living. All you need is imagination, space, and a budget. Check out the photo gallery at landisbc.com. That's landisbc.com for Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
Injured on the job? Insurance companies will turn their backs on you.
I deserve better.
Some employers just won't care. I deserve better. Call Martin Law. We wrote the book on workers' comp in Pennsylvania. Call today to arrange a free consultation. Our team will help you get the benefits you deserve. Call 215-587-8400. That's 215-587-8400. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers for over 40 years.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. Doing payroll is no longer a headache for our customer, Jeff.
I've used various payroll providers in the past, and none can hold a candle to Patriot Software. Their software is ridiculously easy to use. The support staff is knowledgeable and courteous. I am very excited that Patriot Software files my tax forms for me, not just providing the forms like other payroll companies do. As a business owner, managing payroll has been a long-time headache that I no longer struggle with thanks to Patriot Software. I definitely rate your company 5 out of 5 stars.
Go to PatriotSoftware.com to get your payroll pricing for up to 100 employees. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll processing free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
There is nothing bougie about this show. Look, I'm the only guy in here from Delco.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I take it that Karin, I want to make sure that I'm saying it correctly, Karin, Karyn. Is that Karen or Karin?
I'd go Karen, I think.
You go Karen?
Karyn.
She's
Karen.
a fan of the show.
Yeah,
she
Karen,
emailed the show. She heard that liner before, and she said, you cannot be. She goes, John, you need not apologize. You cannot be bougie if you're from Delco. She says nobody from Delco is bougie.
I'll tell you one thing about people from Delco. I was going to bring this up yesterday. They're so proud that they're from Delco.
Correct.
Because everyone, a good friend of mine, you know, John, my other friend, John.
Right.
I mean, all the time. Delco strong. Like,
Delco
he adopted me as a Delco person. I'm like, okay, I really don't need that, but whatever.
Delco is
wasn't asking for
during
it.
During the process of joining 97.5 The Fanatic, I know that one of our executives here, Chuck, I find it very fascinating.
Delco.
He said you're very attached to that. I said, I am. I said, but I've been attached to it. I've been Delco proud for 25 years in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I was Delco proud. It's a
us against the world mentality.
It's the idea of where you're from.
But like, I grew up in Bucks County. I would never be like Bucksco proud.
That's because you're not. That's because you're not Delco.
Yeah, but I don't get that.
That's because you grow up differently than we did.
I mean, there's parts of Bucks County that are. Yeah, it's not all like glitz and glamour.
Well, it is absolutely more. You don't have this. I do not think that any county has the same communal feel that Delco has.
Apparently not.
I don't think it's close. And I'm not discounting that. Hey, Chester County's spectacular.
I love Montgomery
I'm in Montgomery County right
yeah.
now. I don't understand the map of Montgomery County because you're from Montgomery County. I'm living in Montgomery County now, and it's like the other side of the world.
We're crossed by the river, yeah.
It's like the other side of the world.
Yeah, it is.
The way these things work. 9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. For details, go to Bagster.com. Yesterday, stupid conversation when I'm thinking Bagster. Doc closes next Tuesday on his new house. And so he's going to be moving, and he literally will be moving, like for us to walk to the bathroom is as far as he
you said it's like 100 yards,
it's
right?
Like he can see his new, the place that he's buying, he can see from where he lives right now. So he says yesterday, he goes, I think I'm buying a queen bed.
What does he have now? A twin?
I don't know what he has now, but I'm like, why are you buying? His bed broke or something like this and everything like that. He goes, I think I'm buying a queen bed. He's single.
Mm-hmm.
I said, why would you be buying a queen bed?
Why not?
You buy a king bed.
If you're single, you don't need a king.
Dude!
They're huge.
Send out the freaking welcome mat is what I said to him. I said, you are still in the game. My brother has very charming game. He engages with young ladies. He can talk with them. And he's not that old. And I said to him, what? Are you shriveling up and dying? Put out the welcome mat. You get the king bed. And you know what he said to me? I have queen sheets.
That's a
He said
good
to me,
point.
I have queen sheets.
Yeah.
I said, we'll go to Walmart, and I will buy you a set of king sheets.
I think queen's okay for a single guy.
No, it's not.
It's still big enough.
It's less work.
Bob, it's not.
I lived with my wife on a queen for many, many years.
Nothing wrong with a queen.
There is nothing. You have a queen. And
King's huge.
And you invite the queen into your king bed.
Yeah, but
you invite her.
It's a lot of space you got to make up,
Seems
John.
like
And if
you're-
your brother's getting older,
He's
the
got a new palace.
The tighter the confines, the better.
Seems like you're overcompensating for something.
He's got a new palace. Hey, guess what? Folks from Sleep Number, hello. What do I miss? What do I miss most living in my apartment? My Sleep Number bed is back in Atlanta. Oh, my gosh.
Sounds like a you problem.
I just got one of those
gosh.
matters that gets sent to you in a box, and you roll it out.
Like
you
the
roll it out of the
purple or-
box?
Yeah, I'm having a good
My
time.
Sleep
with
Number bed, I'm obsessed with it.
Oh,
Absolutely
good for you.
obsessed with
Yeah.
it. All right, as we start the 9 o'clock hour, a 76ers West Coast swing, to me, always sort of feels like a test of your mettle. Is the team road ready? Are they focused? Do they have one of those mail-it-in efforts on the road where they just one night get blown out when they shouldn't? The Sixers are a much better road team this year, and I think a complete roster than they've been in previous seasons. But why am I feeling so much like this road trip is an exam? A 3-game week away this week shouldn't truly feel like this big a deal, but it does to me. Am I putting way too much emphasis on this road trip? That this is some sort of measuring stick or exam for the Sixers? That's where we begin the 9 o'clock hour. John Kincade show, along with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, and Pat Egan, and the coach, Eric Camille. So, Bob, am I putting too much emphasis on a early February road trip for the Sixers?
No, I like the way you put it out there. I like that it's an exam. I do, and I want to see them win 75% of these games at least. I like when a team goes away. I like when things are going well. The other thing I want to look at is health. What do you do with Joel Embiid? Now, the only crink in this little thing is they're playing 4 games in 7 nights, right? And one of the games, so they go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Monday. They play every other game, every other day. That Saturday game in Phoenix is a noon start. It's 3 o'clock here, but it's noon out there.
That could be a potential pitfall.
Yeah, that says to me, you're going from no big deal. You're going from Portland to Phoenix, not like you're traveling the country, but you wonder if that's a Joel Embiid rest day or something like that. But no, get on the road and show something. Doc Rivers is getting to that point. He said it the other day. I don't know my team all that well yet. This is where you get to know them.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're putting too much into it because every opportunity they've had for their real litmus test so far this year, Jason Tatum hasn't played for Boston. Durant and Kyrie didn't play for Brooklyn. The only real one you got at full strength was the Lakers.
Correct.
And they look good. So that's tantalizing, and you want to see how they stack up against other real tests. And you've got 2 pretty good teams in Phoenix and Utah coming up here. So, no, I don't think it's putting too much in it.
Yeah, I want to see them play Utah and play Utah 100% healthy.
That's what I want to see.
I want the opponent to be 100% healthy. I mean, because as you guys laid out, it seems like every time they're about to go up against a really good team, sans the Lakers, they haven't had their full roster.
Sans the Lakers.
Yeah, you like that?
Wow.
That's a
Newman word.
It's a Cardinal Doherty word
Is that
right there.
Doc word?
Yeah, it's
that
a
is
Doherty
a Doherty word?
That's where I learned it from. But they haven't placed their entire team.
They haven't. Now, Bobby in Savannah wants to share a thought. Bobby, Savannah, Georgia? Dude.
Yeah, man. I'm down here in Georgia.
It is awesome, man. Bobby, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. But to get straight to the Sixers, West Coast trip, only thing we need to do, man, is keep our 5-man healthy, man. We have the best 5-man, starting 5 in the NBA right now, as we speak.
Bobby, you always this fired up?
Yeah, I'm always as fired up about my Sixers.
I love it. He's smooth as silk. He is smooth as silk, Bob.
Yeah, man.
Bobby, where do you see this West Coast trip going? Is it an exam?
Well, speaking to the producer earlier, I thought it was Utah, the 3rd team, but it's Phoenix, the 3rd team that we play to finish out the West Coast trip. So now I'm looking at it. Maybe we. I want to see a sweep, but maybe we pull 2 out of 3.
That wouldn't be
bad. 2 out of 3.
Bobby, love you, man. Love you, man.
John, you know Georgia pretty well.
Game trip.
Have they recently legalized?
Yeah, that's what I was saying to you. You said, Bobby, are you fired up? And I was giving you the signal like I think Bobby is fired up.
I think Bobby just got... Wait a minute. The folks from Red Bull are calling for an endorsement.
Nothing wrong with that.
Bobby's getting the endorsement. People always say to you, Savannah. Savannah. Like, you'd say
I've always
Savannah.
wanted to go.
Oh, it's a great spot to visit.
Yeah, I've heard it's awesome.
But if you live in Atlanta, Savannah would be like saying Philly to
Pittsburgh.
Almost Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I thought Savannah was like a nice little southern town.
No. How long it takes to get there.
Because Atlanta's northwest of the state.
People are like, oh, you're from Atlanta. You went to Savannah a lot? And I'm like, no. Did you go to Pittsburgh a lot when you lived in Philly?
Yeah.
Because it's like 4.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
Paula Dean's restaurants are in Savannah, right?
All I can tell you is this. It is fried goodness. Like you've never imagined. Fried food goodness. That'll like jaw-droppingly.
I'll eat anything fried.
Okay, what'll be good for you? Hey, Staples has everything you need.
Really?
Staples has everything you need to start the year right, like home office furniture, the latest tech, and organizational supplies, all at amazing prices. Get a fresh start this year with big savings from Staples. You can do that, though. You love fried food. Love a little bit of fried
Coach
food.
he just busted out the ledger there, and he's writing down Jamie will eat anything fried. Yeah.
Not dog dirt.
It's a life lesson, Jamie.
Not dog dirt.
We all have air fryers.
Oh, man. As we go to Cooney's Corner, he says Doc's hanging out in the corner, and it's not my brother.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
What Doc are we talking about?
Well, your brother Doc can hang in my corner anytime.
He can hang anytime.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
But we just quickly skimmed over this the other day, and it was the other night when the Sixers were playing Brooklyn. Brooklyn didn't have Harden, didn't have Kyrie Irving, which we knew. But I'm watching the game, and I see Danny Green on James Harden. And I see Danny Green on James Harden. And it goes on and on and on. I thought, why isn't he putting Ben Simmons on James Harden? So it's a close game. Gets to be the third quarter. All of a sudden, you see the little switch. And Doc switches things up. Puts Ben Simmons on James Harden. For no reason. Like, it wasn't like Harden was going off or doing anything different. He just made the subtle move. And the Sixers went on like a 16-2 run.
That's when the game was put away.
It wasn't a coincidence.
Right.
Like, Doc Rivers, although after the game, or it wasn't after the game, he said it on the West Coast, that he doesn't have a full handle on this team yet. I think he's got a real good handle on the two most important pieces and the third piece also in Tobias Harris. I think the rest of his work, he is so in tune with the three stars of this team. The rest of his work has to do with the other starters in the bench.
During a game, I tell you, the Brett Brown era, the Doc Rivers era. Mm-hmm. What do you see so different, Jamie, as a fan in the Rivers era?
I see an ability to coach each game uniquely. And that's not something I saw with Brett. Brett had his system, and we're going to do this and this and this, and even if it's not working, we're not going to deter from it. That one game, what you said is a great point. The one that sold me on Doc as a great coach was the game where Korkmaz and Maxey were on fire, and they switched to the 2-3 zone, and I believe it was Indiana.
Yes.
And they changed that game around like that. And Brett would have gone back to his starters and not kept Furky and Maxey in, and maybe gone away from the zone earlier than Doc did.
Or never called a zone.
Or maybe even never called the zone. He showed an ability to coach that game like it was the only thing that mattered in the world.
Yeah, I mean, to piggyback off of that, it seemed like too often they would go in with a plan. They just wouldn't divert from it at all, even if it was working. Minutes restrictions are a big one. Guys getting the playing time. It's like, if it's working, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And too often, Brett Brown would overcoach in a way. And after a while, the guys tuned it out. They're not tuning out Doc Rivers.
No, but it is first year, right, Bob? So,
yeah.
So it's like no coaches get tuned out in the first year when they have a championship ring on their finger.
No. And, as we said before, Brett Brown had the problem of growing up with these guys, right? So
yes,
you're looked at as an equal almost.
Yeah.
Well, Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid needed someone above equal to be coaching them. And boom, here it is, Doc Rivers. And from what I've seen, he's been great for the two of them. Tobias is back at his most most comfortable spot ever on a basketball court, and now he's just got to figure out the rest of the stuff, which I think he will.
And on top of all of this, it looks like they're all having fun. And I know winning makes things more fun, yada, yada,
Sure
yada.
it does.
I saw the Sixers release on Instagram or Twitter yesterday a behind-the-scenes end-of-practice game that they were all running, and it was the Blues versus the Whites, and the Whites were the starters. The Blues were Dwight Howard, Maxey, Furkan, and Matisse, and they were playing some kind of buzzer-beater game, and the joy I saw on the reserves in a practice, full sprinting up and down the court, hugging each other, chest bumping, like they're having a contagious amount of fun.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Eagles' 2016 offseason where Howie just hit on everything. Like, everything that he did was right. And you look at the Sixers offseason that they had, every move that they've made so far has paid off. Whether it be trading Al Horford, getting Danny Green in, trading for Seth Curry, signing Dwight Howard, Maxey's pick, everything has just worked out. There hasn't been one move that I could think of in the offseason that backfired on him.
I love it. I love the positivity right now around the Sixers story. And again, it's not bash Brett Brown, because Brett Brown had to oversee a disaster area.
Yeah.
And then very rarely do you see the guy that presides over the disaster area get to be the one that brings them to the promised land. But I think Brett sort of played into some of that.
Yeah, I think that Brett got a couple extra years probably than they originally envisioned, because, oh my God, he just won 50 games. Oh my God, he won another 50 games. Brett was brought here to build a foundation with the practice facility and all that, and he did a great job of doing that.
Cuz tells me when I have the family move up here that Pets Plus Naturals, where Nikki Foles has got to get her food.
Oh,
we got to bring Nikki in there. She'll love it. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, the area's largest selection of all natural pet foods, treats, and supplies to keep your furry loved ones happy and healthy. Visit petsplusnatural.com. Nikki Foles has been acting up a little bit. She misses her daddy.
So let's pretend your daughter and your wife aren't listening. Of the three, who do you miss the most, John?
Oh, gosh. That's
a great question, James Lynch.
They may be listening.
1 foot in the pressure cooker.
Olivia's in school with nobody else sitting around her.
In school. I can tell you this. The person who misses me the most is a tie between Nikki and my wife.
That wasn't the question.
Me, I don't know. I mean, look, it's like the one thing
Sophie's choice, Jim.
My biggest fear is that this is the last year and a half that I had her under my roof full time, and I'm not there to be under that roof. So it's Olivia.
Yeah.
And that's bottom line, because
Christina will be there.
My wife and I are adults.
Yeah.
And we've been married almost 19 years, and we're going to be married till I die. So we've got time to make. We'll have all the time in the world to make up for things.
Sure.
She threatens me all the time about what my retirement's going to be. Let's just say I'm not antiquing. I'm not there. There's certain things that I'm not going to do. But that's the biggest fear I got, is that I got a year and a half for her under my roof. But that's why I'm so glad is that she's looking at schools that'll be close by to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And if Temple comes with a very, very solid offer, she's going to be an L.
Right. And then she'll be a half hour away, not
Correct.
even, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you'll probably be wishing for the days at some point in her life that you weren't living with her.
Really?
Yeah,
I've never seen that. I can't imagine it.
No, I can't.
No, I can't, but I think that there's a difference, though, is 3. There's a difference in a dynamic when there's one kid.
Oh, yeah, I have 4. So, yeah, you're right. 3 other ones, it makes it different.
We're a different unit as far as just that. In fact, like she'll try the negotiation thing. Dad, get Mom off my back. Mom is totally on my back. And Christina and I do a spectacular job. The best thing we do as parents is unify. It's the best thing we do in parenting.
It's the hardest thing to do
Having
in parenting.
each other's back. But we will then take the other one out behind the scenes and say, you blew that.
Yeah.
you totally are wrong here. Let's regroup. But to never, she knows she hits a brick wall wherever she tries. And she tries me much more than she tries mine.
So Doug and Howie should have been a unified front against Carson behind closed doors. That's where they hold each other accountable.
Correct.
And that never happened.
But they didn't do that. No,
and it wasn't a successful marriage.
No accountability.
And now it's leading to divorce.
Flyers Caps tonight at 6. Sixers Kings tonight at 10. Both games on the Fanatic. So you'll be looking at it there. Here's where I love to call out the bogus big-time stars of the NBA. Do you see the NBA stars all speaking out about having the All-Star game?
I do.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
The NBA Players Association has petitioned for an All-Star game. The NBA Players Association wants an All-Star game because what have they been told to do by the stars of the game? Hey, you're constantly looking out for our money. Get the salary cap up and everything. So they found a way to maximize revenues. And the stars of the game are talking out against a product that the NBA Players Association is trying to put on with the NBA because none of the A-list stars give a damn about the last three guys on their bench. They don't give a damn about player 9 through 12. They don't care. Those guys are going to come and go in their career. They don't give a flip about them. So the LeBrons and all them speaking out again, why are we playing this? It's irresponsible. Because they're trying to maximize revenues, but the guys who don't have to worry about maximizing personal revenues, they don't give a damn about the other guys. At all.
LeBron, I didn't think of it in that context so much. LeBron came out saying, they're making us play in this game after we finished the bubble just a couple of months ago.
Yes.
Didn't have the regular offseason. That was a 5-day period where he said, I know guys like me could recharge the batteries. It's funny. After LeBron made those comments, I was looking up of our talk about we want the stars to play, right?
Yes.
LeBron hasn't missed a game this year. Yeah. He played 43 minutes last night.
Jeez. He's a freak.
He is a freak.
But here...
And I kind of understood what he was saying. Why make us play?
Here's where the bootlicking media, though, doesn't do their job. I listened to the entire exchange of his press conference. And then I went and found the questions that were asked after he made those statements. Not one person, not one, asked the question, so why is the NBA Players Association all on board for this game and pushing for this game? And have you told them that this isn't right?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Why would that not be, Bob? You've sat in a million of those press conferences. How would that not be the next question?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't look back on the questions and what was said there.
Like, come on, LeBron. Your own Players Association is pushing it because, Bob, the Players Association is looking out for everyone. LeBron is looking out for Bron. He's looking out for himself.
And as the most powerful union member, he should recognize his power within the union to look out for the little guy.
Look out for the little guy. Give a damn about the guy who's at the end of the bench, and they don't care. No. They're interchangeable.
Well, I'll say his counter to that would be, I want this team to win a championship. And if guy number 10 is on an NBA championship roster, maybe he's going somewhere. He's getting that whatever.
But
I understand what you're saying.
As a member of a union, you're supposed to look out for every member of the union.
Yeah, like say it was a crooked system where Alex Caruso was an all-star. You're going to take that away from him? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to take that away from him?
Right.
Like some guy that could make his first all-star team?
You want to join us on the phones? You can on that 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. We do not have a lot left. I mean, it's coming down to it. We're going to ask you to play a little game with Jamie Lynch coming up for you Phillies fans. Plus, more of your calls at 610-632-0975. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, I've got my Parks Casino Sportsbook app out. We got the local basketball team a 5-point favorite at Sacramento tonight. The over-under at 231.5. That's a tasty item. I've just got to tell you that. How about the Fly Guys tonight at Washington? Flyers minus 1.5 on the puck line, and the over-under at 6. I had both of those wagers at Parks Casino on Sunday, and they both hit for me. Is it going to be 2 nights in a row? Do I double down on that? You got pro hoops tonight. You got NHL hockey. You got college hoops. Get in on it with the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. It's the hometown sportsbook app, which I like. I know where Parks Casino is. I can do business. I can shop locally. I can work locally. And I can promise you they take great care of you. And you get a $500 risk-free bet by using the promo code FANATIC. Check it out. Download the app today or go to parkscasino.com/PA, promo code FANATIC. 21 or older in Pennsylvania? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
You're a middle-aged man. You can't be a DJ.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Got it, Van Riemsdyk. He scores!
Flyers, Caps, tonight at 6 on your home for Flyers hockey. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Flyers hockey is brought to you by Geico. Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Get a quote at geico.com.
When you're in the mood for comfort food, Wawa has you covered. Try our savory brisket, made from the finest cuts of beef, hand-trimmed and slowly braised to perfection. Savor the richness of the tangy barbecue and layers of tender beef. Enjoy your brisket on a brioche bun or in a hearty bowl. Wintertime is the right time for barbecue brisket from Wawa. Order yours today, in-store or on the Wawa app. Gotta have a Wawa. Wherever the day takes you, Wawa is your energy headquarters for drinks to power up and stay energized all day long. Wake up with a Wawa coffee or your favorite energy drink. Grab a Red Bull Watermelon or Monster Ultra Watermelon to power up your day with a big burst of flavor. All the energy drinks you need, all in one Wawa run. Make Wawa your energy headquarters today with an energy drink or Wawa coffee. Gotta have a Wawa.
In every relationship, there's a short list of forgivable offenses. But missing the most romantic day of the year isn't one of them. Valentine's is here, so don't wait. Head to 1-800-Flowers.com today. Right now, 1-800-Flowers has last-minute offers for our listeners. Get 24 multicolored roses for $34.99. Or upgrade to 24 red roses for $10 more. All roses from 1-800-Flowers are picked at their peak, cared for every step of the way, and shipped fresh to ensure lasting beauty. Order now and get 24 multicolored roses for $34.99 or upgrade to 24 red roses for $10 more. Get right to the romance this Valentine's and find the way to wow with 1-800-Flowers.com. To order 24 multicolored roses for $34.99 or upgrade to 24 red roses for only $10 more, go to 1-800-Flowers.com. Click the radio icon and enter code KJZ. That's 1-800-Flowers.com, code KJZ. Don't wait, guys. This offer expires Wednesday. In honor of President's Day, Dell delivers savings to help America's small businesses get more done. Office Anywhere with up to 50% off high-performance laptops, desktops, and servers with Intel Core processors and top-brand electronics. Plus, refresh now with flexible financing options. Call 877-ASK-DELL for a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right tech. That's 877-ASK-DELL or visit Dell.com/President's Day.
Okay, we've got Rick here, a veteran in the league who's gone 0-2 the past Valentine's Days. Do you think he can pull off a win this year?
I always like an underdog, Bob, but I'm not sure about this guy.
He's passing aisle 3, picks up a bag of wings, he dodges the produce section.
But will he pick up the heart-shaped box?
Heading toward the candy aisle, he's picking up speed. Oh no, he chokes and heads straight to the checkout.
Unbelievable. This close to Valentine's Day.
Don't be a Rick. Make happy this Valentine's Day with a heart-shaped box of Russell Stover chocolates.
This President's Day at eBay, we want to prove like new is better than brand new. So we're not only giving up to 50% off certified refurbished, but we're adding an extra 20% off coupon too. Because while brand new is nice, it's also twice the price. And if you don't love our like new products, they all come with an industry-leading 2-year warranty. So this President's Day, say goodbye to brand new and find certified amazing deals at eBay, where good is new just got better.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Sure, we can help you knock that oil change right off your list. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Castrol Edge full synthetic motor oil and an STP extended life oil filter for just $29.99, plus a $10 bonus reward if you're an AutoZone Rewards member. Not a member? We can sign you up fast, right here in store or on AutoZone.com. Getting the job done just got easier. Terms at AutoZone.com/rewards. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Valentine's Day is almost here, and if you're still dragging your feet, here's my advice. Get her a gift she'll be proud to show off. Visit Family & Company Jewelers in Marlton, New Jersey, and they'll show you an amazing selection of gifts at every price point, and you are guaranteed to walk out with a gift that will make her fall in love with you all over again. Shop local and visit their showroom on Route 70 in Marlton, New Jersey, or online at FamilyJewelers.com. Family & Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
Family & Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
Your wedding might look a little different than you first imagined, but that doesn't mean it can't be the most memorable day of your life. At Ron Jaworski Weddings, our 5 award-winning wedding venues are open, and we're meeting with couples daily, both in person by appointment or virtually with tours and video conferences. Voted the best of the knot and Wedding Wire 11 years in a row. See all we can do to make your day special at RonJaworskiWeddings.com.
Hey, it's Mike Miss for Favre Electric. You know, under normal circumstances, there are a lot of electrical problems we're willing to overlook. But these days are anything but normal, which makes minor things like ungrounded outlets, a breaker that keeps tripping, or not having enough outlets in every room a little more noticeable and a lot more irritating. Favre Electric is available to help you with all of your family's electrical needs, and they'll take every health precaution while doing so. Visit FarrenElectric.com. That's FARRYN Electric.com.
Hello? We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
It's really good to be back home in Philly, but do not believe anyone who tells you winter doesn't really suck.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Thanks to our executive chef, T-Dog.
She's awesome.
I have now had another piece of the coffee cake.
I just had one. So soft.
After 4 cookies and another piece of coffee cake.
The woman is
I've
so
had 4
bored.
cookies and I've had 2 pieces of coffee cake this
You know
morning.
I worry about your diet.
I'm telling you. I worry about it too. But T-Dog keeps, she's like the dealer on the corner.
She's so bored. She's
And by the way,
unemployed
she's
and
gonna
she
have a
has
healthy
nothing to
burger
do.
tonight.
And by the way, the dealer on the corner is out of work. On my
really?
street. Yeah, on Marijuana Avenue? No, it's not.
Are you sure they're not connected?
Wait, well, okay. I'll tell T-Dog. Maybe she can get a job there.
Marijuana Avenue is so open for business that, it was funny because I laughed now yesterday as I watch people standing out in the cold waiting to get in to get their fix. As I come across, the intersection of Weed Avenue.
Just gotta chill out, man.
There's dude, man.
Do you see the same thing at Nudies during brunch season?
Well, is that Marijuana Avenue? No, Nudies is great.
No, but my point is, you'll have people congregating outside waiting to get in.
Yeah,
to go to brunch.
They're trying to get the.
They're waiting to get their fix.
They're trying to get the fix of the fantastic breakfast sandwich. By the way,
I go apple cake French
toast. I got to know if they have. I have not asked yet if they have scrapple.
They do.
They do? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm having scrapple this weekend though.
You
Yeah,
got a Cuz burger going on tonight. You got scrapple this weekend.
Oh God, yes.
We're gonna fatten you up in no time, John.
See, we plan our nights on what to watch, right? All right. So we got Flyers this time. Sixers. Kincade plans his dinners.
What is going to
breakfast?
Last night. Bob checks on me what I had for dinner last night. I had yogurt.
Yeah. Really?
That's because I had a chicken sandwich at 1:00. And I had a miserable afternoon, so I was not in the mood to eat.
What happened in your afternoon?
I can't get into
Let's talk about it,
No,
bud.
I can. No. No, I actually cannot talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm not actually allowed to talk about it.
If you need a hug, though, we're here.
Oh, let's just put
You
it
don't
this
give
way.
hugs.
You don't give hugs to coworkers.
We've already crossed that path with you and
I do
John.
not give hugs to coworkers.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Let's just say that is a legal issue. So I'm not allowed to talk about legal proceedings like this.
I'll give you a hug for that.
Was Egan's name mentioned?
It was
Let's move on. Let's move on.
It was mentioned.
How about Carson Wentz on Project 11? How about it?
It was very, very good. So there's one thing, though, I want to hit is that can we bury Can we bury it now that there's a 7th Super Bowl championship for Tom Brady? Now can we bury GOAT discussions?
It gets overused. It's bastardized like superstars. I mean, Brady is the greatest of all time. I'm not going to say that.
There's no discussion.
There's no discussion anymore. So why would anybody even discuss that?
Now, Mikey Miss and them were talking yesterday about a different angle on it. They were talking about the GOAT of pro sports, the greatest professional athlete of all time.
Well, there's a individual athlete versus a team athlete thing that gets
I don't believe
tricky.
it's on champions. I don't believe it's on your championship.
No, because Serena Williams has, 32 titles?
Right.
She also has 4 opportunities a year,
exactly.
like Tiger Woods does.
You can't go by champions like that. But the fact is, yesterday, I heard 3 different sports radio programs talking about the GOAT of NFL. As if it's a discussion. Very good. As if it was a discussion.
Wait, was that a drop?
I thought it was too.
That was just you?
One more.
He's pretty good.
Dude, that is spot on.
That is really
that
spot
is
on.
really good.
You know what's really offensive
I
about
found
it?
your talent.
All right, there's a game. Is it really an animal or is it a game?
Okay, do you watch Shaun the Sheep with your daughter?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
Just enjoy
All she wants is Bluey and Elmo.
Okay, when in a few years, maybe 4, 5, Shaun the Sheep is fantastic.
All right, I'll put it on the list.
Shaun the Sheep is a no-dialogue cartoon.
And they just bah?
Yes. Shaun is a bad, naughty, he's like a naughty sheep.
Okay.
And he's always
a
messing
naughty
around.
sheep.
He's
Bad
naughty.
sheep.
He's naughty, and it is a funny. It's funny.
So you would say he's the black sheep.
No, but he's not black sheep. There is black sheep characters on the show. And I wonder if there was a bad contract negotiation because there was a black sheep for a while and then the black sheep went away.
I loved Goat Boy by Jim Brewer on SNL growing up, so I used to practice my
The
goat.
Goat Boy.
Yeah.
Yes. You really do.
I'm
do
telling
that
you, that's
well.
a game right there.
You did do that.
That might be the most talented thing I've ever seen you do
thanks, Bob.
in the 5 years that I've known you.
The other day I was watching Ovi and I just thought, man, imagine being that good at anything because he's so good at scoring goals. Well, Jamie has his.
You're good at doing goat noises.
Jamie's Ovechkin goal scoring.
I made you proud, Mom.
His animal sound.
I can do. I would say, that's like a superhero talent. Budgeting. I am a superhero talent
at budgeting.
Like you wouldn't believe.
Well, that's part of the envelope thing.
No, that is part of the envelope.
Right.
It's part of like living life and saying you make this much money, I can help you.
Yeah.
I can help you budget. I can help you set up a budget that you can live with.
I wish you were there yesterday for my wife and I's bedroom carpet discussion.
Really? What was that?
She thinks it's a necessity, and I do not.
What?
That's good budgeting. She wants to spend money.
New carpet?
She wants a carpet in the original wood floors in the upstairs, but they're a little worn, so she wants to put an area rug. I guess I should say rug.
What's wrong with that then?
It's
Area
fine.
rug.
They're expensive.
They are.
Yes.
But I would say this.
I don't view that as a necessity.
Okay, Betty Kincade rule. Didn't I share this with you just last week?
Come on, Jamie, pay
you
attention.
Can always, God rest her soul, that Betty Kincade, John, you have a lot to say about everything. This is what I was told by my own mother before I got married. If you just save running your mouth, and I think that's the exact term she used, if you just think of not running your mouth 2 out of 3 times, and every 3rd time, run your mouth, you will get your way every time. I get my way every time. So if this is a hill you want to die on, don't.
Let me lay out the before this story, because we moved into a new house and you need things, and we've gotten a lot of new things. But she's under she wants to move a lot quicker. We have a whole lifetime to fill this house.
Correct.
Not everything needs to be done right away. We just got like a new end table. There was something else recently too.
See, now, do you buy on credit?
No, I don't like to.
We do not buy on credit.
I try not to. If it's super expensive.
We Dave Ramsey it.
Yeah. So I just don't view this as the right time for the rug, and she thinks it's utmost important.
We Dave Ramsey it. We
can't buy, yeah.
From the time we were married, we started a needs list, a needs list, a wants list, and a wish list.
Yeah.
And there were things on the spreadsheet that we'd go, okay, that's a wish list thing. That's a dream. A needs list, we need a new rug at some point.
At some point, yes.
But we'll budget for it. So like I'm like I the king of budgeting and spreadsheets and everything like that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like I love that stuff.
I love your practicality. I do. You have that all in order.
That's one of the things. Dave Ramsey's the money expert. In case people don't know, I mentioned Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey's money expert. If you don't follow, like honestly, and one of my buddies, Ken Coleman, works for Dave and does he specializes on part of Dave's team. I've lived the Dave Ramsey thing for 15 years, and it's life freeing.
Really,
it's life freeing to just make how you spend, where you spend. You can read Dave Ramsey. You can listen to podcasts of Dave Ramsey.
Where does, like, say, an expensive coffee fall on the Dave Ramsey list?
Dave Ramsey would literally say to you, "Are you
dumb?
Why are you spending on that?
Okay,
like why are you spending on that? As far as that you can make, like he would say to me right now, why are you spending every day? He would look at my Dunkin' Donuts app and say, what are you doing?
Why don't you make the iced tea at home?
Make the iced tea at home. Fill your thing at home. Why are you doing that? But you also, though, when you have other obligations that you've already checked off the box,
give yourself some of those cheat days.
You can do some of those. But while you're doing it, you don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
While you're doing that, you don't do that. And guess what? If Howie Roseman had a 1-hour lunch with Dave Ramsey, this organization would not be in the hole that it is.
It wouldn't be the salary cap
it
hell?
wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because there's wants, there's wishes, and Howie reached for the stars quite a bit.
Yeah.
He reached for the stars quite a bit. A truck left yesterday, and usually it's a bigger deal than it is this year in the linchpin.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, the trucks were packed and left for Clearwater, Florida yesterday, which always is a sign of spring to me, and it always gets me excited. Not so much for Phillies baseball because they usually crap on my heart, but just the fact that warm weather and spring is around the corner. So it had me thinking yesterday, I think the Phillies have had a quietly decent offseason. That being said, there's still some holes. Hopefully the bullpen has been somewhat addressed. I don't think it's fully there. The starting rotation, they've taken a couple flyers on, your Matt Moores and Chase Andersons. And there's still a center field kind of question mark. And left field, maybe you could make the case that Andrew McCutchen isn't what he used to be. So it had me thinking, if you could fill one more spot on that bus with a player, where are you allocating that money?
A starting pitcher. The starting pitching's deficient. Like I keep hearing people in Phillies land here. Look, I'm a Phillies fan.
Well, Spencer Howard's probably going to start the year down.
They're telling me about how the Phillies have had this sneaky good offseason. I watched the Braves go get Charlie Morton to a rotation that is already far superior to the Phillies. And the Braves go and get Charlie Morton on a 1-year deal.
There's no bad one-year deals in baseball.
Charlie Morton would be your opening day starter, with apologizes to the Aaron Nola Kool-Aid drinkers. Charlie Morton would be your game day starter.
No, I don't think he would.
That's fine. You can do whatever you want. You can do.
He didn't have a good year last year.
That's fine. Charlie Morton being in your rotation. Where would he? Okay,
I'm not opposed to Charlie Morton.
I would love that.
Charlie Morton.
I still think Wheeler's
with
day
Nola.
one.
No. Okay, then just make him one of your three.
Yeah, he'd be one of the
definitely
three.
Be one
He'd have a chance to push for a wild card
Absolutely.
spot.
He would help a lot.
Right.
He's 37. Like, we're arguing about a guy who's on the downswing of his career, had a bad year last year, and 37.
The bar is pretty low.
Is he better than what you have? Give me the Phillies rotation now. Let's play the game.
It's Aaron Nola 1.
That's fine.
Zach Wheeler 2.
That's fine.
Zach Eflin 3.
Zach Eflin.
I think Zach Eflin's better.
There isn't a Major League Baseball executive that would take, if you had a chance for your 3 starter to be Charlie Morton or to be Zach Eflin, that would take Zach Eflin.
Zach Eflin will have a better year this year than Charlie Morton.
That's not what I asked.
Get the book out.
There isn't a baseball
then get the book
executive.
out.
There isn't a baseball executive that would say,
That's fine.
Do you want Charlie Morton?
Coach,
Do you want
write it
Zach
down.
Eflin?
But what does it matter if at the end of the year Zach Eflin has a better year than Charlie Morton? I don't care
You're
what
wishing,
Zach Eflin.
You're hoping.
I don't care what baseball execs think. They're wrong all the time.
You are wishing and guessing about Zach Eflin.
You're damn right.
And by the
I
way,
am.
his bad year for Charlie Morton was 4.74.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
A 4.74
Coach is
ERA
busy in that
the
ledger
American
today.
League. It's freaking ridiculous.
Let me dream a dream, John.
How many
my
baseballs do you
gosh.
think they take down to Clearwater?
12,372.
Way high.
Way high? 7,000.
2,400.
That's
Wow.
it?
Wow.
That seems low.
What a crap franchise. They only bring 2,400 balls.
2,000 short and long sleeve shirts. 1,200 bats.
Wait, how do you have as many long
900
sleeve and
socks.
short sleeve shirts as you do baseballs?
You know what? This franchise is cheap.
I'm telling you. I mean, this is unbelievable.
So we have a baseball wager in the ledger. Eflin versus Charlie Morton now.
How much?
Kincade versus Egan.
Charlie Morton in the,
$4 American dollars?
That would be fine with me.
Okay.
That would be fine with me.
Put it in the ledger, coach.
$4 American dollars.
But I think a lot of people think Spencer Howard has that next step in him this year, and he's not probably going to start the season in the bigs.
Okay, Spencer Howard in the next 3 years going to give you an ERA that averages out to 3 point. By the way, last 4 years for Charlie Morton, ERA averages out to 3.56. Is any which Philly starter?
Can Spencer Howard beat that?
Correct.
It would require one really
That's what I'm
great
saying
season
you
to
can have
lower
a lot,
it.
Guess what? We hope that Spencer Howard is going to be able to ascend to the level.
But
we're still waiting for Zach freaking Eflin to do anything with consistency.
If Eflin's your fourth or fifth, I think you're
I'm fine with it.
you're in a good spot.
Exactly.
Zach
Fourth or
Eflin,
fifth.
back end.
Yeah.
Back end of the. And by the way, though, I'm incredibly disappointed that at this point we're talking about Zach Eflin not being a better answer than that. Not a 1 or a 2.
No, but
a solid
still a
3.
question
He's
mark.
not a solid 3.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not, and that's a crime right now.
Yeah. But I just hope they take it easy with Howard because he does have a history of arm problems.
Of course
I know.
course he
It's
does.
Philadelphia, John. Nothing's perfect.
Of course
he
does.
Let's take it a step further. What would be your second choice to take with you? Take away starting pitching, because mine was almost my
It would be
first.
a closer.
Oh, okay.
A closer.
Brad Hand, they should have been in on.
There is a closer, somebody that you know, he's ninth inning. Don't give me this closer by committee garbage.
Yeah.
What's yours?
It's a closer.
I hate closer by committee so much.
Hate it.
Mine was center fielder.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I wanted a solid everyday center field. I just can't.
Quinn
Roman
and Hazley,
Quinn and
darn
Hazley. That
Love
just
it.
doesn't. That reeks of minor leaguers to me.
No, it reeks of fourth outfielders.
Both are great bench
have a
options.
look of fourth outfield.
I can't disagree with you guys more.
What? Who?
I think Adam Hayes is legit.
Oh my
I'm a big fan of
gosh.
Adam Hazley. I mean, there's a reason the guy
legit
was
what?
drafted 8th
Legit
overall.
What?
I think he's a legit center fielder.
You think he's going to be legit?
No,
You think he is?
I think this organization has botched a lot of prospects in the sense of they don't just, like it used to be you come up and you didn't worry about if the guy can hit lefties or righties. You just let him play and you see if they can do it. And now it's so, this guy, we're not even going to attempt to let him hit lefties because he can't do it. We're not even going to attempt to let this guy hit righties. So against lefties, Hazley will play. Against righties, Quinn will play. It's like, take the kid gloves off. Let's see if the guys can play.
Okay,
Stop putting
you just
guys
said,
out
let's
of position.
see if the guy can
If
play.
Hazley-
I asked
I
for
don't know, and I think he can. Like that's my
Well, no,
point.
but again,
Yes,
Pat,
I'm dreaming a
Pat,
dream.
Every opinion you have on this,
Yes,
though,
I'm dreaming a
is
dream.
a dream.
Yes.
We're talking what we know.
We deal
Adam
in reality.
Hazley, there's nothing we know about Adam Hazley that screams, pencil him in for the next 7 years.
Okay, and here's my problem. With that logic, guys like Ryan Howard have been like, you're hoping that he can have this many home runs in the mind. Yes, that's what the argument would be.
Ryan Howard gave you much more of a body of work to say, yes, I feel confident when you bring him up, he can do things.
I don't know what to tell you. I think Adam Hazley can play. We'll see.
Again, guess what? No one can argue with what you just said.
Yeah,
no one
look,
can argue with. We
but
hope,
they need to
we hope, and we think, and we wish.
But they need to take the kid gloves off.
Well, Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. I just look. I love wishing and hoping. I'm wishing and hoping because the Phillies. I almost think I am more on the hook for the Phillies than I am the Eagles. Because the Eagles are an absolute obsession for me. Always have been. It drove people crazy. It drove Thomas Dimitroff, general manager of the Braves, of the Falcons, crazy that my phone cover was an Eagles phone cover. Mr. Blank, the Falcons owner, he was bothered by my Eagles phone cover.
That's great.
Like he thought that bothered him. And I was like, Mr. Blank, you're from the Bronx. You're from the Bronx. Are you from anywhere else? You own the Falcons. That's why you're a Falcons fan. You own them. I just work in Atlanta.
Yeah, is he a Yankees fan?
Yeah, No, he's a Giants fan.
Oh.
So he's a Giants fan.
So, but he's not a Braves fan.
But he's not. No, but he is a Braves fan. Oh, no, he's a big Braves fan.
Oh, God.
Sort of like Matt Ryan is.
Political.
Sort of like Matt Ryan is a big Braves fan.
Yeah, he's not a Braves fan.
Yeah. I've called him on it. I'm like,
he's a Phillies fan.
I know he's a Phillies fan.
Yeah, come on, Matt.
He's a Phillies fan. Come on, Matt.
There's no Braves fans from Axton.
He's going down to Wildwood.
Yeah.
Every summer. I mean, seriously, you don't go to Wildwood every summer and say, "Well, I'm a fan of the Braves" or anything like that. But Adam Hazlett, that's got me distracted now.
Sorry,
it's got me completely distracted.
I just think when you take guys 10th overall and they've been pretty good during the, in the minors, like you have to take the training wheels off and let them actually see if you can play or not.
Guess what? I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely.
I wouldn't. My point is, I wouldn't take money that you'd use on a center fielder when you have a guy you drafted 8th overall and is ready to play. I would use that money on a bullpen, which you don't have.
Oh, okay. So if he's ready to play, we're penciling him in 130.
Yeah, I would like to see it. I don't know if I don't have any faith that they will because they screw with these guys too often.
So you think they're screwing with them, or do you think they're saying he doesn't give us the best chance to win?
Like Scott Kingery, I think they've screwed with that kid.
Oh my gosh.
I do, because you take a guy who played second base and you put him at shortstop, third base, center field. It's like he's a second baseman. At what point do you put him at second base?
The Scott Kingery stuff is just mind-numbingly dumb to me. It's just mind-numbingly dumb.
I love you too.
The obsession, not you. The Scott Kingery discussions.
I'm taking it as a personal attack.
I think there are people who fell in love with Scott Kingery and the thought of Scott Kingery.
We thought he was the next Dustin Pedroia because we were told that.
Oh, and he's Chase Utley.
Yeah.
Oh, look, guess what? He's a nice player. He's a nice player. He's not a transformational, generational organization.
This is a make or break year for him.
Because at some point
guess what? If someone hasn't realized that it's not living up to expectations yet, I don't know what they're watching.
Last year, you have to take it with a grain of salt because he had COVID. And if you're seeing anything in sports, like COVID you're seeing it with Seth Curry, you're seeing it in hockey. If you've had it, some guys, it just lingers longer than others.
I think he has to have a really good year to become a nice player. How about that?
I don't disagree with that. He had a Carson Wentz-esque year last year.
All right, we got 30 seconds, 45 seconds to a minute. You shoveled snow yesterday, Bob. And
it seems like that's all I do.
And you're tired of it.
I don't mind it.
You should get a snowblower.
And I do have a snowblower.
Where is it?
It's in the garage, but it's too big for this rental house. See, I'm looking for a house, Dave. Have I told you? So I don't mind shoveling because you can see your work done. I love
like
cutting the lawn.
Yes.
Like that kind of stuff. I know there's other stuff that everybody hates to do, but those are two of the things I like to do.
How about watching the Zamboni resurface the ice?
That is cool. That's a great one, John.
I stare at it.
Yeah.
I would stare at it.
It's soothing.
That is a calming.
That's what vacuuming is for me. It's a soothing, immediate gratification.
Vacuuming's good.
Do you ever critique the Zamboni driver?
Every single game.
Like where you look at the Zamboni driver and you go, they missed a spot there.
Do they ever miss a spot?
Oh, yeah.
Really? I've never noticed.
Yeah, I'd be in the NHL right now if it wasn't for bad Zamboni drivers.
You would have been?
Yeah, the bad ice kills my game.
It's unbelievable. Tomorrow is a Wednesday. So, is anyone join us on Wednesday?
Wednesday?
Oh, it's
Does that mean Adam Schefter and hopefully some trade news?
Adam Schefter? Could the bomb come down tomorrow? Could it come down tomorrow?
I think it's the leading candidate in the clubhouse.
We want you to check out our social media and check out Project 11. You'll be hearing more about it. I'm sure it will attempt to be copied within the market, is what I'm guessing. So go to the website, too, for details for Project 11. Hashtag Project 11 on Twitter. Check it out and see what you can do. We will be collecting up those Carson Wentz jerseys and shirts coming up here soon. For Pat Egan and Bob Cooney and Jamie Lynch and our fine producer, Eric Camille, I'm John Kincade. Join us tomorrow, bright and early, 6 a.m. Hey, everybody on Twitch and YouTube, we love you, too, from The John Kincade Show.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey, it's John Kincade from my friends at T-Mobile, and I've been a T-Mobile customer now for so long. Why? Because I don't have to jump around. I don't have to try to find the latest and the greatest rate plan. I never have to worry about my T-Mobile device being able to be connected anywhere all over town. Because when T-Mobile and Sprint merged, they created the best network right here in Philadelphia. Now, I've been gone for a while, so I'm learning about new restaurants and new ways to get around town, so I'm always using my device